3-3 is 3-7. 3-3 is 3-7. 3-3-7, let me know when your squad's ready to go.
Any question, any idea which vehicle Alpha is going in?
Wait for the briefing and they'll let you know which one you're gonna use.
3-2 and 3-3 rally up on me.
School circle on 3-7.
School circle on 3-7.
Yeah, nice. Huh.
Did everyone did radio check, right?
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Sergeant.
Morning, Sergeant.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. So once again, Sergeant Ramirez and I have somehow managed to pull up another joint training once again. And the reason why we're doing this joint training is because there's no other way to train a squad on fundamentals of convoy movement, and along with training squad leaders how to be 2ICs if they don't have another squad with them. So basically this just builds up the communication between the two. Along with that, you have other vehicles with you that can watch different sectors. So that's the whole objective here for this training. Our primary focus is just for 2IC movement, overall, I should say, for our team leaders and squad leaders, along with Sergeant Ramirez and I as acting 3637. And then in addition to that as well, we're going to be trying to bungle up in for convoy movement. So anyone got any questions with that?
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay.
Negative.
Now, with a big group like this, we expect it to be this full, so we'll try to our best to go through this sandbox portion as quickly as possible, so that you guys could get the full long experience of how to actually move on with the convoy and with communication through SquadNet. All right, so that everyone has a document pulled up I just put in chat.
Affirm, Sergeant.
All right.
Affirm, Sergeant.
Affirm.
So we both have been thinking about some things that we want squad leaders, well, you guys to do as squad leaders, what we have done, and some things that we've messed up on and improved ourselves on as squad leaders. And along with that as well, some things that we've learned as team leaders and what we want team leaders to do. Now, one thing that I always think and know is that the only way for you to know how to do the job better is if you do the job above that. So I mean by that is, as me, I've learned how to be a very well-standing team leader as being a squad leader. Because there's things that I want my team leaders to do, number one. Number two, there's things that I know a team leader should do. So if I would have decided to jump down to a team leader billet instead of being a squad leader, then pretty much I might be a very well team leader in that standpoint. You guys get what I'm saying from there?
Affirm.
So overall, what I'm saying here is that the best way, in my opinion, for a person to learn how to do the job above them is to see how the job is 2 levels above. So what you guys should do after this training is review that video I posted on there with the first sergeant as platoon sergeant of Havoc 1. And there's some videos of him as platoon sergeant as well throughout Operation Righteous Eagle and some FTX cycles where he became the first sergeant. And the reason for that is because if you listen to that video, you'll hear other squad leaders communicate with each other. At no time does the first sergeant ever direct the squad leaders on how to make their movement. When they get engaged by contacts, he'll just remind them, all right, well, you guys, your two are paired up. Go ahead and communicate with each other how to bound up. And you hear most of the time, all the time, he's just talking on direct chat to one squad leader once in a while, or talking to Dagger. First time, squad leaders communicate with each other. So those are things you guys can learn from there. And team leaders, to help your squad leaders make that initiative, you gotta make the initiative too as well. And follow through the orders and bring it down to chain of command as quickly as possible. So any questions so far?
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay.
Negative.
First, let's go over some things as a team leader would do. This is not only for the 2ICs to learn and 3ICs, but everyone to learn. Because one day, eventually, you guys will be team leaders. Either to be more open billets or people got to go reserves. You never know what will happen. So, your toughest task as a team leader is not what is in game, but basically out of game. You got to deal with communication such as like sending up information up the forums, down the forums, You guys sometimes have to deal with situations that may happen, such as if someone doesn't have the right loadout or you got a new guy in your team, and the best thing you do is to train them on their weapon system. Also, maybe a case where the guy in your team needs to get counseled, and you gotta do that difficult thing to counsel a guy that you've built a very close relationship with. Because but one thing though, you always want to be authoritative, but let's not skip too far from that point. But as team leader though, you have to dedicate your time to the improvement and betterment for not only your team, but for your squad and for your platoon. Because overall, at the end of the day, your team is what makes the platoon succeed. If you can't do your job as team leader, then the squad leader can't do his job as squad leader, and platoon can't succeed that well. If you guys get what I'm saying from there. So it all trickles down to that one lowest leadership that is very important. And that is you guys as team leaders. Now, some important things you guys want to do is first off, communicate up and down your chain of command. Your messages need to be concise and accurate. That is both in-game and out-of-game. When you hear a message come from you, take your time. So if your team member send out a contact report, hey, we got contact bearing 138, range, this and that, and that. Then take your time, look at it, make sure that's accurate. If you believe the guy and know it's accurate, then you can send it directly up. However, though, same time you get that contact report, at the same time a squad leader will hear it or will know where they're taking fire from. But you always want to set up concise messages and accurate messages as well, because what's going to happen is that your squad leaders will half the time either confirm the contact report you're bringing up, and the other half the time they'll bring it up immediately because there might be a friendly squad right next to that enemy squad. If you guys get what I mean. Do I need to go more in depth in that? Do you guys get what I'm throwing out?
Tracking there, Sergeant.
I'm good on it, actual.
It's only 2 guys. I mean, and I want 2 guys to take 20 people. Okay, there we go. So yeah, there's always be squads nearby that position. Okay, next, make sure your men are well informed of any information. So where you get from above your chain of command. So if you hear information from a friendly fire team leader that's in your squad saying they brought out a contact report, send that down your chain of command. Squad leader gives you an order, go ahead and do that. And alpha forums as well. If your squad leader sent you information that's important through the forums, you want to send that down to your men as well. If you see a mod pack update that on your forums or send a message to your team. So these are just all the jobs that you guys gotta do as team leaders, and just review these portions. I'm just skipping over some stuff, but those things you want to go over. Now, okay, next is talking to your other team leaders that's in your squad. So you never want to just always keep boggling down with your squad leader, but half time squad leader has to communicate on platoon net. So try to communicate with your friendly team leader. So hey, let's bound to this position. We got contacts over here. Or hey Alpha, I got contacts to my direct front bearing 228. Can you push up about 200 meters forward and then flank the contacts from the southern side or whatever? That way, you don't have to tell actual, hey, we got contact in front of us, because when he hears you're telling Alpha that there's contacts up here, can you move up here? At that point, now he's gonna bring that up. 3-2 or 3-3 is being engaged, bearing 228 squad size element about 200 meters up ahead. So you have to bring the contact report to Alpha to squad leader. Just communicate with your team leader on how to take out those contacts. So right now you're sending up the contact report at the same time as well, maneuvering with the other element. All right. Now next is being accountable for your men. At all times, you guys should be responsible for them, whether or not in game and out of game. Making sure that they're with you at all times with the rest of the team. So you got to check on your macro diagram to make sure that people aren't being lost or being sidetracked by certain things. Make sure that they're holding that 360 security. Checking on everyone, and as well checking in with other squad members in the squad. So talking to Bravo, hey Bravo, are you guys up? And you want to do this before a firefight, during, and after. What I mean by before is that while you guys are moving, check in on them. So even if firefight's not happening and you guys are up, you guys okay or whatever, do we need to slow down, just fatigue, okay? When a firefight begins, check in. Ask who is up, but some people might got shot as soon as that first fire went out. And then during the firefight, check in. The firefight's going on for 5 minutes, you want to do those frequent check-ins. Then when the firefight's over with, check in still. Want to make sure that people are still alive. Because one thing that will always happen is that the squad leader will always be forgotten, because you guys doing your job by communicating with each other. And when you guys start communicating with each other, you end up forgetting about actual. Or your squad medic. Or other members in your team. So make sure you guys do that. Make sure the equipment of your men are good. Make sure they're not low on magazines. Because one thing that's going to happen is that if you tell me you're black on ammo, then that does not give me enough time to go tell Platoon HQ that we are black on ammo. We need to resupply soon. You need to know stats of your men outside and inside the game. If they're not gonna be able to make it and they're sick, tell them, hey, I hope you guys feel better. That's one way to build up a relationship with your men. Next, have authority and attention to detail. It's always okay to have fun. Most of us love to have fun. Am I right, Sergeant Ramirez?
Yes.
Lieutenant Milius, am I correct though? Maybe you should always have.
Sergeant.
Sergeant Tosco, am I correct?
Hoorah.
You always want to have fun with your men. That means outside the official setting, play games with them if they're online, if they want to do that. Or before we been low into server, y'all can play a mini game or whatever, or communicate. You never want to always be so strict at all times, or else you're just gonna down the fun of everyone else. But however, though, other half of the time, you gotta put in some enforcement down. You can't let things trickle and let it fester for a long time, because it's gonna get worse, and then people are gonna rub off on that. You let people start, how should I say this? Let me think of an example. You let people start doing things their way, and not the way you want to do it, you're gonna end up having your whole squad do it their way, not the way you want to do it. Then it'll be too hard for you to have them change their ways. So, if things happen, you can let it slide. But after the second time it happens, then you gotta address it. And don't do it in front of everybody else. Do it, have a little discussion with them. But if you notice the squad starts doing it, then you gotta address it in front of everybody else and tell everyone, hey, let's make sure we fix ourselves on this. Let's make sure we not do this. Does everyone understand me? Okay.
Affirm, Sergeant.
Show your men at the end of the day that at the end of the day, you're the person in their direction and command. There's a reason why you were placed in that position. Remind them that. Don't let people try to jump over your job. As team leader, it's your job to know the ins and outs of every op order. And this is the portion for attention to detail. The briefing and the intent of your squad leader and your platoon HQ elements and your company commander. That is your job. Because if the squad leader goes down, you got to make sure that you succeed on doing what he wants you guys to do as a squad, and what Platoon HQ wants the whole squad to do, and platoon to do, and what his task force commander's intent for the whole platoon to do. Like I said, team leader's job is very more important because you got a lot of information that you got to know. And not only team leaders need to know this, team members need to know this. 2 ICs when you guys step up, and 3 ICs and 4 ICs. Right now, Private Holden is a 4 IC. He's leading Alpha right now. So, 2 ICs got to know a lot of information as well. And some things are in reference of WC1, WC2 if you guys haven't taken that yet. Now, as team leaders, is your job to make sure you guys explain the importance of information up and down chain of command. It's very important to bring those up and down, because if your men are uninformed, then there's no way of them knowing what to do. Any questions with the job of a team leader?
No, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay.
Negative, Sergeant.
Now move on to a squad leader's job. Squad leader has the same job as team leader, because in my opinion, a squad leader does the same thing as team leader does. He communicates with squad leaders just as if the team leader communicates with his friendly fire team leader. Squad leader has to bring up information down and up his chain of command. He is accountable for all of his men. So every characteristic I brought up to you guys about team leader is the same thing squad leader has. Here's something a little different though. He must, his communication is very important. Once again, we got to bring up that very crucial point right there. Communication is very key in everything we do. So I want to make sure to remind you guys that communication is key. Team members up to task force commander, it's their job to communicate information up and down chain of command. It's crucial for squad leaders to communicate on squad net and platoon net. You can't monitor your team nets and communicate on your team nets. You got to communicate on the squad net and platoon net at all times. You got to keep your squad coordinated, and you got to inform platoon of your movement, contacts you get engaged, and inform other squads how they can help to assist you, and how can you assist them as well at the same time. Don't let your platoon HQ micromanage. Like I said, watch that video on how to not micromanage. You'll notice you hear on platoon net how the squad leaders are maneuvering. You must notify everyone in your squad of what's happening on a platoon level and and your movements as well. So tell your squad, hey, we're moving to a boost marker, this and that, to clear out this position of contacts over here. 3-3 is covering us. The reason why I let them know that 3-3 is covering you guys, so you don't have to bound. So they'll start end up bounding. You'll tell them, no, we're being covered by 3-3. You don't have to bound. We can move up as a squad column. And we're moving across the position. There's mortars in this location. This way, when they're moving up there, they can't find the mortars, but if they hear mortars being cooked off, they'll shift the direction to a different point, because now they know they have to actually move to a location where mortars are at. Alright, everyone understand that point?
Yes, Sergeant.
Alright. Affirm, Sergeant.
Anyone notify platoon net on the movement of yourself. Where you're going. Let us other squad leaders know, hey, we're pushing up this position, can you guys cover us? Or hey, we're in a good position, we're covering you guys. You guys can move up to this position if you want. And lastly, talk to other squad leaders to help eliminate as much enemy fire as possible. And as well, think about some things. Think outside the box. You got a squad hiding behind a hill. Oh wait, that's a good fire mission for Havoc 4 to do. Let me put a boost marker over here and then tell Tune HQ, hey, can we get a fire mission in this position? We got a squad hiding behind this defilade. Then Havoc 4 with that fire mission. Think outside the box as well. Assist your team leaders on quick decisions, such as formations. They can't figure that out by the time you tell them to move in squad column. Alright, Alpha, you going to wedge, you taking point. Bravo going to dime, you taking the rear. And movement as well. You guys you're gonna have your rifles low ready or high ready or whatever. You want to tell them, hey, Alpha, go ahead and take up this position over here. Get yourself up on those towers. Bravo, take up this position. I want you to have 2 buddy teams watching the front and the other 2 watching to the northeast. That's your job to do as well as squad leaders. Help your team leaders figure out what to do. So at the end of the day, you're building them, or you're helping them out on being team leaders while in the middle of a firefight or middle of combat. So that's a good way for experience leading. And you guys got to make quick, sound judgments and decisions right on there. So if you're taking contact, you got to think, what should we do? Should we break contact so then we could draw the enemies to another squad so that they could be ambushed? What to do? Next, you're responsible for everyone in your squad once again. You are responsible for getting them trained weekly by weekly basis. They can't make it, then I advise you on telling them what you guys were trying to go over during that training, and see if anyone in your squad records it. So if someone in your squad actually records the training, or one of these Zeus operators who's Zeus records it, ask them to record. That way, that person that missed the training will be able to review that video and see what was went over. Because at the end of the day, like I said, it's your responsibility to go over, to train you guys daily, or weekly, I should say. And at all times, keep up your documents as your patrol report. Make sure to send them in timely. Sending up your training reports for your squad training. Send up attendance reports for platoon training. Keep up with your rosters so that platoon HQ can know how many people that they need to send who is reporting in. Any questions we went over for squad members and squad leaders and team leaders, sorry.
No, Sergeant.
Negative.
So did we learn something new?
Yes, Sergeant.
So those are just the jobs that you guys do. I didn't go over the details of what you should do in the middle of combat in the field, but one thing you should do in the middle of the field, in the middle of combat, is initiative and thinking outside the box. How can you improve your squad leader's job? And squad leaders, how can you do to improve your platoon leader or platoon sergeant's job? Those are things you guys gotta do outside the box. Outside the box, but end game and out of game. And then next week, Sergeant Ramirez will have a separate training. And if we have enough people, we can do another joint training. But we'll go over the things that you guys gotta do while in game next week. All right, we'll move on to convoy movements and vehicle movements as well. So sometimes squads will be in charge of getting the vehicles established by an order. It was ordered by 50 cal, unarmed Vic, and Mark 19. Was this order correct? You guys see that correctly done over here? 3-2. Was it correctly done? You make sure. Okay. Okay. The reason why I take 2 unarmed Vics is that Sergeant Ramirez has brought up a good point. What we want to do is have you guys get the feeling of being in a convoy with more than 2 vehicles or with just 1 vehicle, which is why we decided to do an impromptu joint training. We thought about this yet Wednesday or Thursday, I don't know when, though, but we discussed about what we want to do. But though, however, you guys are able to communicate on Convoy Net on who's Vic 1, who's Vic 2, who's Vic 3, who's Vic 4. Communicate on your movements, your traveling, and stuff like that. But we'll go over convoy movements, stuff like that. You would know all the dismount procedures.
Affirm, Sergeant.
Confirm.
I'll need to go over that. Soft dismount, hard dismount, / combat dismount, full dismount. I'll need to go over what it is. Hopefully so. Do we know positions in the vehicles? Who's the driver, gunner, vehicle passenger, vehicle commander? Do we know that?
Faithful.
Yes, Sergeant.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, only thing I want to point out, these are just default positions. Whoever's your best driver and best gunner, let them take it. So if you think a fire team is good at driving the vehicle and gunning with that vehicle, or at least controlling the vehicle, then assign them the vehicle. Sometimes you need to switch it up. You don't want to have a team get burnt out driving the vehicle every time, but let them drive the vehicle. Now, vehicle commander should always be the squad leader, because the squad leader is the only person that hears on Convoy Net. I'm not Convoy Net, sorry, on Platoon Net. Even though the order of the movement would be done by the Convoy commander, at the end of the day, Platoon HQ will always send out information what you guys should do once you get a dismount point. And what to do if you get in contact. Sometimes we tell you guys to push through. Sometimes you guys kept stopping and didn't push through. So, squad leader has to get control of that vehicle, so the squad leader can send up from Convoy, from Platoon Net, hey, the contacts we're taking from now on, we're pushing through. Does everyone understand me from that point?
Affirm, Sergeant.
Now, squad leaders, if you think that you want your team leaders to control the vehicle, let them control it. But half the time, the team leaders will be controlling the vehicle, but when a vehicle is in movement through a convoy, then squad leaders are in control of the vehicle. Now, when we went to a dismount point, then the team leaders control the vehicle. They're going to be in that vehicle commander position, and they'll detail on what they want the vehicle to be moved towards. They'll either be mounted up in the vehicle if you're a 3-man team, or they'll be dismounted with the AR if you're a 4-man team. And you still control the movements of the vehicle. If the vehicle is stationary and you're a 3-man team, then team leader, you have to dismount. If the vehicle is moving constantly, then you can mount up in the vehicle since you're by yourself, and we don't want you to get shot out there, because half the time your driver and your vehicle gunner won't be thinking about you. They'll be focused on trying to protect the vehicle at all times. Any questions with that?
Negative, Sergeant.
No, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
I'm gonna go over speed. Some of you didn't know about this, but Quebec Whiskey Echo speed. You want to know those functions?
Faithful.
Okay, so Quebec speed, which means slow speed, you're gonna do left control and W. That allow you to go to within about 20 to 30 kilometers an hour. You're gonna do that when you're in an urban environment. So when you're about to enter a town, you'll say, Convoy Commander, or you just say, this is First Vic entering town, moving to Quebec speed. Then last Vic, once you enter town, this is last Vic entering town, going to Quebec speed. Now, First Vic, when you exit out town, do you want to go back to whiskey speed? Immediately. Negative. But you're going to end up leaving the whole convoy behind. You're going to wait until you hear last Vic say, this is last Vic exiting town. Then, Roger, this is First Vic, increase speed back to whiskey speed. Then last Vic will say, this last Vic increases speed back to whiskey speed. Alright. Now, to set your speed limit, you press the delete key. Straightforward in that. Vehicle cover. This is when the vehicle is an effective cover. If you take a small arms fire, what I mean by that, just 5.56, 7.62 rounds, you could get within 5 meters behind a vehicle, and follow through with it. So, let's say we're moving through a narrow bridge, right? And the bridge is in front of us. We just take small arms fire, which means it's 5.56, 7.6, 2 rounds, and the wind is working against us. We can't pop that good smoke. Then you guys can get start calling behind the vehicle to protect yourselves until you get across that bridge. As soon as you cross the bridge, then you guys can break off and do whatever you need to do. Also, if we're clearing out a town or whatever, we're moving whatever it may be, taking fire from your southwest, then travel on the right-hand side of the Vic. Have the gunner point his weapon system down to the southwest. Does everyone get what I'm trying to say from that point?
Faithful.
Okay. Now, this is when the vehicle's not cover. And y'all seem stupid if y'all try to use this cover at this point. Someone called up BMP 3 and BMP 2. Do you want to use that vehicle as a cover?
Negative.
Definitely not. 100mm cannon round hits that vehicle, automatically go catastrophic, and y'all go down immediately after that. You want to keep yourself spread it within 25 meters, 15 meters from the vehicle so that you won't get hit by the backblast of it, but still you're getting security around the vehicle at all times. You heard of a tentacle coming by? Then if you, we don't never know what I'm not so technical, but gunchuck, we never know if it's the AGS-30 or Dishcom, so you're gonna, at that point, you're winging it. Either you're gonna get cover behind that vehicle, or you might know if it's the AGS-30 and then get yourself distance away from the vehicle. So we all understand on when a vehicle is effective cover and when a vehicle is not effective cover.
Ready for him, Sergeant.
Alright. Now, that's what you need to do when operating the vehicle. Where should infantry always be when we're with the vehicle?
In front.
In front. But if you're taking too much fire, then you can put infantry at the rear. And if you're moving through some fatal funnel, you'll put infantry at the rear of the vehicle. But you always need some guys to at least be on the sides. So I mean by sides right here. So if they start taking shots, then they can immediately move back here. But like I said, squad stagger column, have 2 guys on the sides right here so they can take out any RPG gunners that may come out. If they take fire, then move back. But that's something that's advanced combat movements that we definitely don't have time to go over, since we had to go over stuff as what you guys need to do as squad leaders, team leaders. Alright. Infantry are always on point, and they need to be on point to clear out corners, openings, down street crossings. What I mean by that, see this right here, that road down there? That is down street crossing. Usually a fire team will be on one side of the street, another fire team on the left side of the street. Make sure I'm yelling. Alright, good. So, one guy will look down here. Alright, this side of the street's clear. Another guy, another side of the street's clear. Alright, we can move the Vic to turn left or right. We know there's no RPG gunners getting themselves ready to engage the Vics as soon as they pull down that intersection. Any questions with that standpoint?
No, Sergeant.
No, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Vehicle should never be the lead element during mounted operations unless the scenarios I just listed to you earlier. Alright. Always leave the driving the gun in the vehicle with a security element nearby. Who's the security element in that vehicle? Every question is right answer, but with a twist. Go ahead, Private Russell.
Thank you, Sergeant. I believe the driver would be the security on the vehicle.
Well, when driver dismounts, yeah, he'll be a security vehicle. But who's in charge of this Vic?
Leader?
Not the squad, but who? What's below a squad? What element's below the squad?
The team.
The team?
A fire team. So one fire team is in charge of the vehicle. The security element is that buddy team, AR and the fire team leader. They're the security of that vehicle. So that security element should always be nearby the vehicle within 15 to 10 meters nearby. However, that fire team that is not in charge of the vehicle, they're the dismount fire team. You guys got to focus on maneuvering. That means taking out the contacts as quickly as possible. So you got to kill those contacts that are about 50 meters in front of the vehicle so that it won't get engaged by it. Or vehicle won't get engaged by the RPG gun or whatever. You guys have leeway of being away from the vehicle because that those 2 guys who are part of that fire team that's in charge of Vic, they're in charge of getting 360 security around the vehicle. So this turret's facing to the front. Where should the 2 dismounted guys be facing?
To the rear.
To the rear. Excellent. Got about 15 minutes. Then I gotta wrap this up. Alright, here's some exceptions to where that dismounted fire team could be away, or where the driver gunner should dismount, I should say. Driver could dismount if the vehicle is in the in the highest effective cover and the most highest point to where it can provide overwatch as a crew served weapon. What I mean by that? Let's say we're moving along this MSR heading northeast, right? Or heading east, right? So everyone try to turn around. So we're heading northeast. Look where I'm pointing at. To the north, right? Let's say that tree wasn't there. If you park the vehicle right here in that corner, what can the vehicle do? It could be a crew served weapon. It could stay right there. Driver could dismount. And the vehicle's behind cover. All thing that's showing is the gunner. You can put that turret down the northeast side of the street. And you guys clear out the street until you meet an intersection. Then the vehicle has to move and make its way to the intersection. So that vehicle stay there for about 50 minutes. Not 50 minutes, sorry. For about until until the squad has moved to another intersection. And then that team is charged the vehicle wherever they were at. Either they were clearing buildings nearby the Vic, or if they were 20 meters or whatever, if they were on top of Outpost Tower, wherever they were at, then they can move back and mount up to the Vic again. But however though, you 3 guys still have to make sure you protect that vehicle so it won't get stuck up on from the rear. Because the gunner can't watch his 6 o'clock. He has to watch to where his turret's facing. Any questions with that standpoint?
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Y'all know what convoy net is?
Affirm,
Sergeant.
5-0. One person is in charge of convoy net. They have to communicate, either driver or gunner. Whoever's not talking on convoy net, your job is to put a convoy net on speakers so everyone else can hear it. Half the time we can't hear it because you guys talk too much in the vehicle. But if y'all want to hear what's happening in convoy net, you might want to be quiet so we can hear it on speakers. But the vehicle might be too loud, so you might have to put your plugs in. There's a whole little chaos, but we'll see what we can do though for y'all to hear the convoy net. But that's what y'all can do. Now, radio callouts. Some call routine call and combat call in, but let's not go over that. Y'all went over that. Oh, set, you already heard about that. But turns. The first Vic and lead Vic always call out turns. First Vic will be either called out as first Vic or lead Vic. So your Vic 1, those are your call-ins. Not call-ins. Those are your call signs whenever you're doing radio call-outs. So you're gonna be first Vic or lead Vic. The last Vic or Vic 10, wherever your last Vic is, you're gonna be either last Vic or rear Vic. That's we can use 1, 2, 2 call signs. So the convoy commander can know that is the utmost last Vic in the convoy taking that turn, whatever. So you can call out turns, entering, exiting towns, your speed, when you're moving. So first Vic is Oscar Mike. All right, last Vic is Oscar Mike. Sergeant Harvey, you got a comment?
Hey, FM Sergeant, thank you. Just a quick comment on vehicle numbers. Remember that when you do a radio check as the last Vic, you still have to radio check as your vehicle number, so that convoy command knows how many vehicles are in the convoy. It's only once we actually start moving the convoy that you can use last Vic. So long as we're setting the convoy up, it'll be vehicle 6 or 7 or 10 or however long the convoy is.
Thanks, Sergeant Rahman. Forgot to put that there as well. Alright, so yes, your number and the position in the convoy will be for the radio checks. And you know, we're about doing a radio check with convoy commander. Sometimes, half time, either convoy commander want to do his own radio checks, or you guys do radio checks with each other, as long as he here. Alright. Reaction to contact. You're going to call out vehicle 1, or first Vic, herringboning. You're going to say vehicle 1, actually. Then last Vic, you're going to say last Vic, herringboning. You're going to say first Vic, lead Vic, Vic 1. The last Vic at all times, you need to refer to yourself as last or rear Vic, herringboning, right or left. So we know all the vehicles stopped and have herringboned. Any questions with all of that stuff right there?
No, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
No, Sergeant.
Your speech? Yes, Private McMillan, your question.
Sergeant, thank you, Sergeant. I've never been on a convoy net before. Like, I never set a convoy net before. So, might I just ask you how to do that when you're in a vehicle to set a frequency on
Gotcha.
50? Is it on the normal radio or is it a different radio? Because I've never done it before.
It's up to you. If you're the guys that are driver or vehicle gunner are people who aren't team leaders. So you could use your digital channel as 50 to talk on. But usually we use a long range. So to use a long range, you're gonna press Alt pop button, open up the long range radio. You're gonna press CLR button. Then you're gonna actually there's no CLR button. Yes, you are. It's menu clear, menu CLR, and then you're gonna type in 50. So you can't press the keys on the interface. You actually gotta type in with either your numpad or your keypad 50, and you're gonna hit FREQ. That sets your frequency. Then to communicate on long range, you're gonna press Control Cap Locks. Yes, Private McMillan.
I do not have this long range radio. Do I get it from the arsenal, or I never use
it? You'll know how to use it once you get in the Vic. Well, I'll do that in the vehicle once we do that sandbox portion. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Every single, all the Vics have, all the MREPs have a long range radio.
Yep, affirm. Like I said, if you guys don't like using the long range because you have to press Control Cap Locks and that's too much fuss for you to do, then you can use your digital channel as 50 as long as you listen on your team net as well. And to communicate on your digital channel is pressing your Tango key. Alright. Now, speed should always be consistent when in a movement. That means by you guys gotta constantly move. So as soon as you're dismounted, you can't stay right there. You gotta move online. You gotta keep the movement of the convoy. Next is your gun orientation. The first Vic's look in front. Someone tell me where the second Vic will. Someone pick up any direction, left or right. Where you want the second vehicle to point his gun at?
Left side, Sergeant.
Left side. There we go. And now it's Papa's access radio device that incorrectly. Third Vic. Where should third Vic point his gun at now? The second Vic's looking left. Right side.
Right side.
We got 6 vehicles convoy. All right. Where should the fourth Vic look at?
Left side, Sergeant.
5th Vic.
Right side sergeant.
6th Vic.
To the rear.
To the rear. There we go. Alright, now we know the gun orientation. Boom, done. Since we only got 2 unarmed vehicles in here, we're going to pretend that the 2nd Vic's looking left, that's 3rd unarmed Vic's looking to the right, and this armed Vic right here is looking to the rear. You're going to, whatever you want to call it. Pretend, whatever. Reaction to contact, carrying bony formation. You're going to pull 10 meters off the road. You're going to not stay on the road, we're going to pull 2 meters off. If you see cover near that side you're pulling off, get to the cover. Foliage, get to it. Concealment, whatever. Pull into it. You see a deflate or a ditch, pull into it. But you gotta let the people in your vehicle know, hey, hold on for a second, I'm getting us behind this cover, do not dismount just yet. But please don't pull out 100 meters off the road to get behind some cover. Taking a squad a whole lot of time to dismount. Each vehicle will alternate. First Vic, parabone left, where does the 2nd Vic parabone off to?
Right.
Right.
And we got 6 vehicles of convoy, where should the last Vic be pulling off to? Right, because it's an even number. Yep, even number. So even numbers pull off to one side, odd numbers pull off to the left side. Or the other side. Pushing through contact. If we were told to push through contact, sometimes it may happen if we're close to a friendly base. Or we're too far away from the objective, whatever scenario may be. We'll push through contacts. What do you do when you give an order to push through contacts?
Push to the fucking contact.
You slam it, like you keep pushing, you just keep on holding to whiskey speed. If it was whiskey speed. Or if it was emergency speed, which is it window? Echo. There you go. Yes, Echo. You're gonna press Shift W. Or Shift Whiskey. You're gonna push through. Not gonna stop. Because the reason why we're not gonna stop is because we have air assets that can engage them. If we at an RP point, we can have Havoc 4 engage them if they're still there. If we have Dagger that has eyes on them, whatever. But we'll have most time air assets engage those guys who are on the hill. In right 19s, you still might be able to engage while you're still moving, half the time. Alright, moving to cover and defilade. When in movement, after we've dismounted, you guys always gotta make sure you find some cover at all times. That should be your first priority to do. First priority, find cover for the vehicle. Second priority, cover or provide overwatch for the infantry. Find the nearest cover available to protect the vehicle while giving the gunner view for effective return fire, and you're allowing the squad to dismount at the same time. So if this was our dismount point of that road, you could pull off the route to the right, and this compound was cleared. If we were told that this is friendly compound or not occupied, get over here, tell the infantry to dismount, and then put the vehicle up there to cover the infantry. Movement down street with the vehicle. Let me show you guys a live demonstration. This is a street. All right. Let's look somewhere to our southeast. Let's say we're moving from southeast to northwest, right? Where should we put this vehicle at? So it won't be within danger of all these buildings, because we got too many corners we got to clear. And we don't know where the RPG gunner might come from, so we don't want to risk that situation might happening. So where should we put the vehicle at? Pick any spot. Hello? Y'all hear me?
No.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, someone pick a spot we want to put the Vic at.
In the corner, Sergeant.
Which corner? Remember, we're starting from that entry point right there. So, okay, we could put it right here. Yep. And we can put it at cover. There you go. Good decisions. When we're about to breach this portion, the vehicle was coming in from the southwest or from northeast. We either stop short here or stop short there. Get a gunner facing down. As soon as we push down here and we clear this out, squad leader or team leader, if y'all see that cover and you find a good spot for the vehicle, call it up. Hey, Alpha, move that Vic up here to this cover. We already cleared out this position, move it up there. Vehicle move up behind this Hesco barrier if this building wasn't here. Or the vehicle could pull up to where its engine is facing into that building, but the turret can still see down here. Alright. Then let's say we're getting ourselves up to this road. Where should the vehicle be faced at? We're about to enter this road. There's no wrong answer, like I told you guys. There's always just modifications to it. Right there could be good. Yep. Right behind this Hesco barrier, we put the vehicle right there. Because remember, the infantrymen have to actually clear out that street or that corner. Now I want to put the vehicle right on the road. Then when you're clear to move down that road, immediately get that vehicle off the intersection. Because at the end of the day, if it's a 4-way intersection, 3-way intersection, still, he could engage from his rear or from his 2 left sides. If it was a 4 intersection instead of a 4-way intersection, a T intersection, he in the front, he can engage from his front, his sides, and his rear. That's too many angles that 2 guys can cover who are in a dismount team. Alright, any questions with convoy movements?
No, Sergeant.
No, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Alright, so that took within 30 minutes. That was good. We had to wait some time for people to load in, but that was all within 30 minutes. So you guys were good listeners. Alright, so time for us to put that in effect. Sergeant Ramirez, you got anything that I missed that would be discussed over? Nope? Okay. Alright, Sergeant Ramirez, who do you want to put in the first Vic, second Vic, and third Vic, and fourth Vic?
I want 3-3 to take the lead vehicle this time.
Copy. Alright, so 3-3, you can take the first 2 Vics, 3-2, you can take the last 2 Vics, but don't mount up just yet. Here's your briefing for the sandbox portion. Go down a little bit your maps. And once your maps are open, we're at FOB shifting. Alright, I'm assuming everyone's map is open. Alright, of course, the vehicle is lined up right here. We're going to take right into this road right here. We're going to start heading off down here. We're going to follow this beige-ish route. This is going to be our sandbox portion. The people you're combating are the guys who are in the VR. They're going to be VR entities. They're going to be all red. Okay? Going to take right off of here and head straight. You're going to head straight again. You're going to head left. The reason why we're doing this is because we got to create a long route so you guys can at least get some field of engagement. Take a left up here. And take right up here, of course. Then dismount point. There's going to be some foliage right here because what we can see right now is this green square. So there might be some foliage right here. We're going to dismount over here. So left, right, and left, right. Keep on going. They're going to walk the Vicks up. So I can call them this road. This point, 3-3 and 3-2. This is what we're going to do. Either you're going to follow alongside this road. 3-2, you're going to hold short here. So we're going to want to put 3-2 on a point once you get a dismount point. 3-2, you're going to hold short here and get eyes out down this MSR. Or his ASR. It's not MSR, it's ASR. 3-3, then you're going to move down this road until you say that you're set. I didn't put any phase lines on here. That's a bad job for me. I don't know what I was thinking. Hopefully I'm on side. Yeah. So, you guys are going to hold here. You're going to hold this phase line until both squads are online and ready to move. Or, you can break off from here. 3-3, you can break off and immediately make your way towards this road right here. And 3-2, you can follow along this road until you guys are online. But still wait until you're online. Once you guys are set, then you move online down this road with the vehicles with you. The soft vehicles, they're going to dismount at a dismount point. So leave the unarmed Vics here. Keep the armed Vics with you. Any confusion with that part?
Negative.
Alright, great. So y'all going to move down here. And then 3-3, of course, you're going to follow along this road. I might want you guys, I don't know if Sergeant Ramirez might want to do, or I might want to do, but we might have you guys take a left at this intersection and move down here. It all depends where you take contact from. 3-2, of course, so you're going to follow along this road. There are going to be buildings right here. Let me actually mark up the LOA for you guys to figure out, let you guys know where we're not going to be clearing out. Those are your LOAs. Remember, I don't think I need to mark the direct center where you guys should be crossing between each other's lines, but crowd buildings where you see fit. You're going to know, because I want you guys to take fire and not get hit. Wherever you see red markers, there's going to be a red arrow that will pop up. Zeus operators, are you guys able to hear me right now? You guys are on Zeus? Y'all could pop a red arrow about the arsenal box for them to see or above the Vic.
Roger, stand by.
Thank you. Alright, if y'all see the entities, you can't call out until you see the red marker pop up. That's when you guys can engage. You call the contact report. I know you guys call it spot report, but you want to keep as much immersion with this training part so you guys get used to it. But you're going to see a red arrow pop up. You can call that contact report. So it's up to y'all to have situational awareness and look out your sectors. So that this part will entail on keeping up your sectors and watching where you're supposed to be watching. You see a red arrow pop up. Alright, contact this direction, whatever. So you move down the street, you see an arrow pop up on a building. You're taking fire from that building. Go ahead and clear it out. Pop up on the compound. You gotta clear out that compound and the building in that compound if you see an arrow pop up. Everyone understand what I'm trying to say here? That's your non-live fire portion. It should take us about 20 minutes to do that. Then, your live fire portion will be the towns over here, and we'll do another briefing on that. But let me address Sergeant Lee doesn't have. Okay, never mind. All right. So, let me continue though. You're gonna clear out the town. When the town's cleared, when we've crossed, let's say, when y'all reach this LOA, you'll let us know. All right, 3-2's in position on the LOA. 3-3's in position on the LOA. All right, good. Town is clear. Ares operators would move any, if we miss any buildings, they'll move the contacts to us, and they'll let us know if we miss any buildings by sending us a message. Now, we'll go over that so that we miss some buildings where their arrows are at. And it's, like I said, it's hard for you guys to know because you're not hearing the gunfire come out. When that's done, now I'll tell you guys to move to waypoint 1. We're going to move to waypoint 1, and we're going to mount up. Once everyone's mount up, we're going to see how long it takes y'all to mount up. Once everyone's mount up, then we'll travel down this route. Take a left right here. Y'all don't see it, but I will mark it in about 5 Sierra. It needs to be capitalized. Alright, take a left down here, move down the road, and take a right, and move back into this compound, move back to FOB Shifty, resupply the VIX, and then we'll move back to the live fire portion. Alright, ignore this ambush marker. Just ignore it. I forgot to delete it. It was some plans we were thinking about. I'm going to tell you guys this here. No, actually no. Disregard. No. So ignore this marker right here, okay? Matter of fact, I'll delete it. Alright, so waypoint 1, down the left here, travel down the road. Remember, although we clear out the town, does that mean we can't take contact? We can take contact down this road right here. We may be ordered to push through, okay? Everyone copy.
Yes, sir.
And then you'll take right, move back here. Alright, now, the live fire portion. This way we won't waste any time. You're going to exit out, take a left here. I had green markers established. We're going to put a green marker on there when it's time to leave. Take a left here, move down this road, of course. Yada, yada, yada. Take a left down town of Laka. It's my point, behind the hill. In this portion, if you hairbone to the left and the town has eyes on you, then I'm going to show the hairbone to the right. Okay? So you're going to hairbone to the right if the town has eyes on you guys, and you hairbone to the left. We're going to get as close to the face of this hill. Then y'all gonna move either on the road or on the side of this hill until you approach somewhere around this position. Whoever gets here first, I mean by here first, whoever gets to this position first, you're gonna hold here. You're gonna basically be a base of fire. You're gonna hold there until wherever element is online with you to get to that position. Roger, Sergeant. Boy, where was I? Alright, so yeah, you're gonna get to here, and you're gonna hold here. Get eyes down to objective. This is an elevated marker, so you should have eyes down to both these points. You're gonna wait till the other element is online at this position. Then y'all gonna move down.
Cut it off, Complo, Mike.
You're gonna move down along this ASR. And then mark up the LOA as well. And the juice operators already know the LOA for this portion right here. You're not gonna be taking contact from this position, so don't worry about moving back east and moving away from the waypoint. So you're gonna clear out this position. Then once we get to the LOA, then we're gonna move down this street down here and move to waypoint 1 and mount up. Any questions so far?
Negative, Sergeant.
Yes, for Sergeant.
Yes.
Yes, Sergeant. Sorry.
Go ahead.
My question is, when we get dismount at this point here,
Yep.
then we on to the town,
Yep.
clear it up, and then get back to the vehicles, and then drive back in.
So you guys can move by discretion. You're gonna be dismount, of course. Soft dismount, and we're only taking the armed Vics with us. We're not taking unarmed Vics anymore. That was the armed Vics are just for the field of having to have multiple vehicles with you for the sandbox portion. But yeah, the Vics with you. You're gonna move at your discretion. If you want to move down the road, you move down the road if you want to. That's up to you. But like I said, you're gonna walk the Vics up until you get to this portion right here, this elevated marker right here. You should have eyes down to the street. If not, then I'm wrong. I predicted it correctly. But you're gonna stay here until the other element is online with you at this place right here. You guys get on me from saying from here, correct? Squad leaders? Okay. I want y'all to get online with, oops, I didn't even mark that. I want y'all to get online with each other. When both elements are online, then you'll move down these streets throughout the buildings where you take contact from. This time, you're taking contact. There's no arrows to tell you where you're getting shots from. This time it's live fire, okay? And by the way, for the sandbox portion, you're cleared hot on that. You shoot the VR entities. Okay, when that's clear, waypoint 1, you're gonna take it right. Ignore objective Valhalla. We don't have enough time to do that, so we're gonna do objective Rook. So we're gonna, like I said, mount up at waypoint 1. Take a right here and take a left down on one of the outskirts of Neo Shoria, or whatever. Take a right. We're gonna break off at some point of this road. We're gonna move towards this what do I call this? This foliage or this concealment over here, and dismount. So bring both your Vics over here. You want to dismount on the other side of the road. You're gonna dismount here. You're gonna rock the Vics. You guys can either move straight down this street if you want to, but like I said, once again, 3-3 has to hold here. Grab base fire while 3-2 moves down and get themselves in position at this street. Or 3-2, get yourself on this road and move down to your own line, and 3-3 hold here until 3-2 makes their way down this street. Any questions from that standpoint? Alright, there are no phase lines for you to hold up at, so just keep clearing out till you make your way to the other way. Alright. Alright. I'm going to waypoint 2. We're going to mount up, and there'll be a marker established for you guys to make your way back to base. If we don't have enough time to make our way back to base, then debrief will happen out in the field over here. Any questions?
Negative, sir.
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay. Now, phase lines. Just a reminder, phase lines means that that's a position where you're going to hold until both elements have cleared out their positions and they have waited. You're going to wait there until the other element is all aligned with you at the phase line. Then you can move across that phase line and make your way to the next phase line or to the other way. Alright, any more questions from what I just said from that standpoint?
Negative, Sergeant.
Alright, cool.
Alright,
you guys heard Sergeant. Yep, go ahead. Specialist Spur.
Thank you, Sergeant. Just in regards to the live fire towns, we cleared for 40s and got civvies in the towns.
Alright. So this portion, so we all know the RE on civilians. If we see civilians, we're always never gonna hold off HE. But if we realize there's no civilians in the town, then we'll start using HE. But I can show that confirmation when I look down to I think Sergeant Smith, what do you want to say? Look down in the UAV, balancing civilians, and now tell you guys you're clear on HE. Okay.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Yep. Sergeant Moore, go ahead.
Thank you, Sergeant. Regarding the sandbox exercise at Objective Door, are we live fire on that one?
Yes, all objectives you're live fire. That's what I told you guys. We're gonna rally back here at this base to resupply. And if you don't have enough time, then we'll resupply at the waypoint. Alright, any more questions?
Negative, Sergeant.
Alright, if y'all have 2 screens, keep up that document we had up here. We went over for you guys to remember what to say on combat procedures and what to do as team leaders and squad leaders. Alright, y'all heard Sergeant Ramirez. 3-3, you take the first 2 Vics. 3-2, you take the last 2 Vics. We're going to keep the unarmed vehicles at the dismount point. Alright, go ahead and make it happen. Go ahead and mount up. Do raid checks on the convoy net.
Alpha, take the unarmed Vic. Bravo, get the first Vic. Alpha, take the second Vic.
So it could be.
Let us know.
Alright,
3-3 and 3-2, this is 3-7. Let us know once you are mounted up and ready to roll. Over.
Alright, Sergeant Smith, I'm gonna stay with 3-3, you're gonna stay with 3-2, right?
Yep, affirm, copy.
Alright, Bravo, I'm gonna ride with you.
Alright.
Where do you want Mike riding?
We'll keep the communications between us.
Copy. Is there a way you could talk on additional channel for convoy? I mean on long range or no? So Rich, you want to be task force commander?
Any station this is
okay.
Cool.
But I don't want to see you on. I don't want to see you in that freaking Zeus.
No, we won't be on Zeus. Yeah, we won't be on Zeus.
250 over.
Alright.
Squad copy out.
3-2, this is Havoc 3-7. Did you copy last? Over.
This is Vic 1, radio check 3250 over.
Roger, 3-2 and 3-7. 3-3, let us know when you're all mounted up.
Vic 1, Vic 2, heavy limit Charlie on frequency 50 over.
Cruiser Grenadiers.
Vic 1, have.
That sounds like it's all you then.
Roger that.
Havoc 7, this is 3-7 on 3-1 over.
Radio check frequency 50 over.
Let's use 3-6.
This is 3-2 roll mounted and ready to go.
Roger, 3-2. 3-3, you mounted up?
3-3 is mounted and ready to go.
Roger, 3-3.
Alright, I'm gonna go.
Copy. If you get in this vehicle, never mind. Your squad's the first two Vics. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Alright, Little Bear, you got the convoy net.
3-2. This is 3-7. 3-7. 3-2. This is 3-7. Can you notify Sergeant Richie and your Vic to ask him if either he's Havoc 7 or Havoc 6 or Havoc 5, whatever, and if he's on 3-1.
Havoc 7.
Okay, disregard that. 3-2. What do you say, Sergeant Burgwell?
I was just wondering if there was a Havoc 7, the task force commander.
Yep, task force commander would be Sergeant Richie. I asked him to do it.
Check on Ferguson 3-1 over.
Havoc 7 is 3-7. Read you Lima Charlie on 3-1 over.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for 3-1 for this moment. I'll be on platoon net. I'm gonna be convoy commander.
Copy. You'll be on convoy net. Roger. 3-7 out.
All Vics, this is convoy commander.
My bad. My apologies.
All vehicle check-in.
Don't.
Convoy commander, this is Vic 3, ready to check 50 over.
Tell your men to lock and load and check the A block.
Vic 3, this is convoy commander.
Yeah, I'll do me a favor. Make sure y'all not on
50 over. So I'll be out.
What is that?
Be sure to put a mag in
What
your
is it called?
Channel.
Intercom. Yeah, thank you. That'll be not too loud for me.
Command, Vic 2 on the 50, ready to check over.
All elements. This is Havoc 3-7 on 130. Make sure that your earplugs are in and magazines are loaded over.
Roger.
Convoy commander, this is Vic 4, ready to proceed 50 over.
Vic 4, this is the convoy commander. Lima Charlie on frequency 50.
Aries, this is 3-7 on 3-1 over.
Convoy commander, this is Vic 1. This is Aries, Center. 50.
Aries, this is 3-7 on 3-1. I might at times, if we do too horrible, me and Maris might stop and tell them what they did wrong. At times, now we'll notify you guys when to hold it over.
All vehicles, this is convoy commander. We are Oscar Mike.
Roger, Aries, 3-7 out.
2-2 is problem.
Set it for 32.
2-2, be advised,
copies,
my
Oscar Mike.
here is no longer listed. Disconnect problems.
Hey, was that one of your gun now, driver?
Last pick, Oscar Mike.
Negative, still got my gun and driver.
Good copy.
Last pick, right turn.
Who's on the gun?
Mitchell's on the gun. Lead pick, right turn. On the gun, watching our 6.
Hey, you guys in this Vic, are you guys bored?
Last pick, right turn.
Second.
Did you guys find this training interesting, or are you bored?
Maintain a speed of 40 kph.
It was good. It was a good refreshment.
It was a little
And spacing of at least
Yeah.
15 to 20
It had to be long because we had to address those two topics. We were required to address those two topics.
Vic 2 copies, 40 kph, 50-20 meters.
But it's actually going to run for 3 hours, actually. So we're going to ask you guys if y'all want to ditch it for the second one. But we'll see how long it'll take us.
Solid copy.
But that's what happens when you're required to do a certain amount of trainings. Or you're required to do a actual topic on a training.
Last pick, continuing straight.
Excellent job.
Somebody tell them this is a convoy and they don't need to drive on the right side of the road. Jesus Christ.
All Vics is convoy commander. Break. Once we get out of the civilian population area and make this left up here, we're going to increase our speed to around 60 kph. Over. Lead Vic, left turn, copy 60 kph. Vic 2 copies, 60 kph.
Last pick, right turn, left turn.
Vic 1 increasing speed to 60 kph. Vic 1, convoy commander, good copy on your speed increase, over.
Vic 2 just hit a civilian. Hit a civilian.
Be advised, those aren't civilians, those are contacts. Red VR entities are enemies.
This is Vic 2 continuing on. All vehicles push through contact now.
Start shooting at him, 19, look to your northwest.
To remind you guys, red arrows details that you're taking fire from that position. The red VR entities are the enemies. I say again, red VR entities are enemies.
Southeast. Light those contacts up in the field. Put some rounds out.
Lead Vic, right turn.
Get those AR gunners off those hatches.
Don't anybody sitting below the hatches just pop out and start shooting at them.
All of us is 3-7 on the 130. Get those ARs or whoever's in the hatches out the hatches and start engaging these contacts we engaged by.
Who's in the hatch? Like the guy in the hatch.
Oh, they ain't enough guys for hatches. Durr.
3-3 copies.
Forgot about that. I realized we're taking 4 Vics.
4 vehicles is a combat command to maintain speed. Continue moving. Over.
There you go, Lee. Mess them up.
Vic 2 copies.
All Vics, this combat commander. What is that? We engaging on to our left.
Convoy commander, this Vic 2.
Hey, y'all need to call up on radio that we get engaged, but from our left and right flank in that tree line.
Last Vics, smooth them up.
Right side. Mitchell.
This Havoc 3-7. Dismount point is just past by it. Over.
Hey Vic 1, Vic 2, 50. Go for Vic 1. Vic 1, this is Vic 2, can you speed it up?
Vic 1, this is combat commander. Why the fuck haven't you herringbone?
Vic 1, herringbone left. Vic 3, herringbone left.
Alright, this is the point where you guys don't listen on convoy yet anymore.
Commander, signing off for 50.
Alright, 3-3 and 3-2. This is 3-7. Stand by for movement order. Over. 3-3. This is 3-7. Once you start moving at a direct bearing of 254, start making your way towards your position. Break. 3-2. Start moving at a direct bearing of 264 towards your position as well. 3-2. I want you to keep eyes out to our rear as we took contacts from that position. Over. Let's make it move. Let's make it happen. Dismount these unarmed vehicles. We're leaving them here.
Turn to positive, Vic.
Let's do it.
Havoc 7 is 3-7 on 3-1. Over.
3-7. This is Havoc 7. Send it over.
7 is Havoc 7. We're now making our way towards the town to our respective positions. Over.
3-2, this is 3-3. We are off the way.
3-7. This is Havoc 7. Helicopter on your last. Move at your discretion. Over.
Roger. Havoc 7 is 3-7 out.
So do we bring the pick up?
Bravo is 3-2. Are we moving the bigs up?
All of us is 3-7. Make sure not to leave these vehicles out in the open. At least put them behind some bushes.
Good copy. 3-2 is trying to get to the nearest wall possible.
Roger. 3-2. Havoc 7 is 3-7 on 3-1. Over.
Yeah, shift over on you.
7. This is Havoc 7. Send it.
Havoc 7 is 3-7. Just to let you know. Break.
Watch that officer right, buddy.
Just as we leave the town, after we clear out the town, make our way back to that MSR towards the base, we're supposed to be ambushed, and that's the point where we get where we push through. Just let you know. Over.
7. 3-7. This is Havoc 7. Helicopter on your last.
Roger. 7 3-7 out.
Aries, this is Havoc 7. Send it. Say again slowly.
Our elements is 3-7. If you're online, start communicating with each other so you guys can start moving and push past phase line 1. Over.
This is 3-2. We're online. We're clearing this. Gotta move in.
36 is 37 on point 1.
Just remainder from 2-1.1.
Calling you 36, by the way. But we're pushing them through now.
This is 3-3. 3-3 has contacts. Do you have an idea who has that vehicle? They're an armed vehicle.
Make sure you
Good copy.
Say again?
You're not letting the armed vehicle is moving. Who has it?
Both. We're leaving the unarmed Vics here. The Ares is gonna remove them.
Copy.
Or I can ask them to put it at waypoint 1. It all depends.
What the fuck are we engaging up there?
Okay.
What are we engaging? Havoc 3.
You're the team leader. You need to go.
Havoc 7 is 3-7. Looks like we're engaging sporadic contact to our direct west down into town. Over.
Reports. Are you not?
Seven.
Are you not registering them?
3-7.
I'm hearing you now. My apologies. 3-2. Go ahead and send the contact report again. Over. And go ahead. 3-3.
3-7. This is 3-3. 3-3 is currently taking contacts bearing 262 from our pause, approximately 400 meters out.
This way we'll bring it up, Ramirez, if you hear on between that. Roger, bearing 362 on your position. What's the distance? Over.
Approximately 400 meters.
Roger 3-3. I'm pulling up a blue first marker for you.
Roger, moving.
I don't think 400 is probably 100 meters. Havoc 3, this is 3. I mean, Havoc 7, this is 3-7 on 3-1 over.
3-2, this is 3-3.
7.
Send it.
3-7. This is Havoc 7. Send it.
3-3 is online right now.
7, this is 3-7 on 3-1. Be advised. 3-3 is taking contact, bearing 256, about 100 meters over.
Solid copy. Down the road. Time to check it out and continue moving.
Roger, Havoc 7, 3-7 out. Keep moving down, gentlemen. Like, move it quicker and more swift. Get your teams on the staggered column in a row and get those Vics pushed up. Over.
3-2 copies.
3-3 copies.
Or alongside it.
And a 3-6, the UAV is up in the air as well if you want to access it if you have.
Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7. Tell your boys that I should be the one at the frontal assault. Over.
Micromanagement right now to get it right.
Roger.
Alright, go and start pushing the Vic.
Roger, Havoc 7. Over.
Good copy.
Havoc 7 out.
All of us is 3-7. We shouldn't be having Havoc 7 taking point throughout this assault. I need you guys to start moving much more quicker. Over.
3-2 copies. One of our team leaders is having technical issues, but we're on it.
Roger 3-2 and 3-3 and 3-2. Keep up the good job. You guys are moving now. Over.
3 copies. Hey, let you know how you doing.
Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7.
Havoc 7 is 3-7. Send it over.
Havoc 7. Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7. Why do I have a vehicle that doesn't have any type of protection near it? Over.
Set it for 3-2.
3-3 has reached first T intersection and is currently holding pause.
Havoc 7 is 3-7. Yeah, no, but we'll make sure to fix that. Over.
Havoc 3, this is 7. Solid copy. Get it fixed. Over.
Roger, Havoc 7. 3-7 out. Gentlemen, make sure, all of us, this is 3-7 on 130. I need you all to make sure that the security element is taken with the Vics. I say again, security elements need to stick with the Vics. Over.
3-3 copies.
Aries, this is Havoc 7.
Havoc 7, this is Aries, go.
Aries, this is Havoc 7. Any event that you see a Vic that's alone, punish him. Don't kill him, punish him. We need to learn.
Alpha will take lead.
Aries copies, over.
3-3, where's your security element?
I don't see your security.
There's 3-7. Reply to 3-6. Over.
Are you the security element, officer? Okay,
Descend for
stay behind the vehicle, please. Alpha's supposed to be in front. Who is with
Alpha,
you, though?
where you going?
Who else? Where's Gaden?
Get back here. You gotta be with Vic. Check net.
Where's Macmillan at?
He currently took him over there. They were going to push.
3-3. This is 3-7.
Go for 3-3.
3-3 is 3-7. Looks like you have break. Discard 3-3. Disregard.
Let them know that you're ready to move. You're ready to online with them.
3-2. This is 3-3.
They're moving quick.
Yeah, they are, but there's a lot of
Errors. Yep, definitely.
3-2. 3-3 is gonna head southeast down the street to continue clearing out.
Hey, Phil. 3-2 is gonna take the southwestern side of this town.
Crossing.
3-3 copies.
Crossing.
Alright, Alpha, we're gonna be heading southeast down the street. Bravo, security detail, Alpha Lead, take us out.
Where's Macmillan going?
Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7, over.
3-3, I need y'all to move now. Looks like Havoc 7 is still ahead of you all over. Havoc 7 is 3-7, send it over.
3-3 copies.
Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7, what's the status? So what's going on? Over.
Havoc 7 is Havoc 3. I got white squads pushing up on the southwestern flank of the town. They're currently online. Break.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But
They're online with the second MSR that is currently vertical. And 3-3 is currently now moving online with 3-2 over.
Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7, solid copy on your last. Make sure your boys are moving with tempo. Over.
Roger, Havoc 7. Over.
Take us out southeast down the road.
All elements on 130. This is Havoc 3-7. Be advised, you're cleared on HESA. Again, you're cleared on HE. Over. Havoc 7 is 3-7.
3-3 copies.
Contact to the right.
7, Havoc 3, this is fucking Havoc 7. I just had an enemy walk up to my fucking 6. You guys need to fucking move and clear these buildings out with the swiftness. Over.
Oh, it's just 3-7. Havoc 7 just got stuck up on the rear. I need y'all to start moving much more quicker than this. Over. Roger, Havoc 7. 3-7 copies. Over.
Do you want us to move back over?
Negative. You're doing okay, 3-2. 3-3, I need you to move much more quicker. Over.
3-3 is currently Oscar Mike.
Want to mean a little bit more?
3-2, this is 3-7.
Set up with 3-2.
3-2 is 3-7. I need you to make sure that the northwestern sector of this town, right next to the all the way, is clear. Over. So move a fire team down that street that's right next to you, that moves northwest, and just clear out until you make that meet at MSR. Then you can move back and rally on that ASR we were just on.
3-2 copies.
Bars 3-2, 3-7 out. You guys do an excellent job now with security, though. I should have moved with my squad a long time ago.
Havoc 7 off. Havoc 7 off comms. 3 minus.
Clear.
Here you go, right here.
Roger, Havoc 7.
I'm gonna hold outside this building.
Friendly's coming out. Friendly's coming
Copy
out.
that.
Moving at 3-2. I forgot to move with them.
Let's keep moving up. Let's keep pushing.
Okay, we got somebody. Let's go.
In order of which intersection? The one that you're on? Yeah,
3-3, this is 3-7.
Yeah, I apologize.
3-3.
What is that you engaging over?
Some things I'm saying is
The account's currently engaging guy he saw in a doorway.
Roger. Oh, excellent job to him. 3-7 out. 3-2, this is 3-7.
Send it for 3-2.
3-2 is 3-7. What's your status? Over.
This is 3-2. We've cleared the entire western side of this town. We're going back towards the intersection at the LOA. Time now, break. 3-2 is ready to move towards waypoint 1, over.
Roger, 3-2. Hold at LOA. Get me a defensive line established looking to the west and northwest. Wait until 3-3 is in position so they can get a defensive line to the south and southwest, over.
Alright, I'll put
3-2 copies holding.
So copy actual offers moving to you.
Hey, Lee.
Remind me to have
Where's my position at right now?
how buddy teams work.
Okay, actually, you guys are in a good position, actually. Sergeant O'Neill. Sergeant O'Neill.
Yes.
Can you, you're a team leader, right? Tell your actual if you can move that Vic down this compound and look out to the southwest.
Roger.
Yep. Thank you.
3-7, this is 3.
Send it for 3-7, over.
Actual, do you want us to just
3-3 has currently reached the southern LOA. It's currently standby for orders.
Roger, 3-3. 3-2 and 3-3, standby, over. 3-6 is 3-7 on 1-3, 0.1, over.
Bravo, good work with the Vic so far. Keep it up.
Maris, I'm pushing him through now, over.
3-7, this is Aries.
Aries 3-7, send it.
Let's go back around.
And that reads you last on that part, Aries, over.
I don't know where the mic is.
Alright, Jesus.
I'm still not reading you, Aries.
Oh, I see. Jesus.
Stand by.
Okay, fuck it.
There you go, I hear you now.
3-7, this is Aries. Other Aries is resetting his radio. Objective is complete at this time.
Dave's go ahead and take up the front.
Alright, take him back, Aries.
Probably stick to the Vic then.
All elements, this is 3-7. Objective is clear. Go ahead and make your way towards waypoint 1 and go ahead and mount up.
Waypoint 1, we're gonna mount up on
I want 3-2 taking point. 3-3, you're gonna follow behind 3-2 once you get to that waypoint position, over.
Okay, boy. Just follow along this road.
3-3 copies.
3-2 copies, going to waypoint 1, mounting up.
Take a left up here, 3-2. I heard that wind over there at that time, Aries. Almost is 3-7. Excellent job. When I say excellent job, I mean you guys did a terrific job, over. Make sure you guys relay that down to your men as well, over.
3-3 copies.
I-7 is 3-7. Down is clear. Moving down towards waypoint 1 and mounted up, over.
Alright, Alpha, you're to the Vic.
Havoc 7, this is Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7. Solid copy on your last. Over.
Roger, Havoc 3. This is Havoc 7. We're going to mount also mounted up. We're going to check in on Covenant and make our way back towards base. Over.
Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7. Solid copy on your last. Mount up and we're ready.
Roger. 3-7 out.
Oh, that wasn't what he wanted.
3-3, this is 3-7.
There you go.
Send it for 3-3.
Disregard 3-3. I was going to have you take points in the front, but no worries. I see your Vic coming up behind 3-2, so disregard, over.
Hey.
3-3 copies out.
Havoc 3, this is 3-2.
Send it for 3-7. I mean, 3-2 is 3-7, send it.
3-7, this is 3-2. 3-2 is all mounted up and ready to go.
Roger, 3-2, stand by. Get security out, looking out to the direct 12 o'clock convoy, over.
Alpha, talk to us now, and I'll be still need to wait for 3-2 to get here.
Get a Vic on the road. Do not herringbone.
Why isn't he? He wants to be here, okay?
Okay.
Go and sit tight, guys. Alpha's dismounting. We're waiting for 3-3.
Alright, 3-2, mount up now. 3-3 is already here.
Alright, now we mount up. Jesus.
Alright,
back up.
Jacobs, get back in the Vic.
I-7, this is 3-2. I mean, 3-7, over.
Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7. Send it.
7 is 3-7. We're mounted up now. Give us about 1 mic. We should be fully mounted, over. 3-3, this is 3-7. Make sure you're mounting up.
You have to ask for permission to board.
3-3 copies.
Hey, cool, PFT, he's doing okay. Not you, I mean 33 actual, because it's a PFC.
Alpha,
copy.
Did I hear that somebody asked a front big word in MRAP?
Yeah, we'll take in front.
I need a driver.
Awesome, I want that to be a thing.
You have a driver.
Okay,
Hey, get these guys loaded up. Let's go.
Oh.
Taking too long. Yeah, I'm
3-3 all in.
Copy, just tell my group
Alpha's
and
all in.
push red when
Hey,
ready.
McMillan.
Is Alpha all in?
I'm already ready to me, but I'll try again.
Meals is in. Okay, hey, this is Meals. I need
Alpha
to.
3-7, this is 3-3 all in.
Roger, 3. Hive 7 is 3-7. We're all loaded in. Over.
We got guys out on those hatches.
7.
Take contact.
3, this is 7. Solid copy. Let's get Oscar Mike.
All right, I can't load in, but I'll get a TP over there.
You're requesting a radio check. It's never just radio.
All right, Havoc 3, go ahead and go ahead, start moving towards back to base. Over. Aries, this is 3-7.
We're going back to base.
Go for Aries.
Aries is 3-7. I'm gonna need a TP back to base once they make it to base because all the Vics are filled up.
Copy that. There is a unarmed Vic behind you.
I think he said he was off comms.
Thank you, Mike. LMS is 3-7. I'm putting the unarmed Vic in the center.
Lead Vic is off, Mike. Two Oscar, Mike.
Vic 2, I need to get in front of you. Over.
Two copies.
Jesus. That was scary. Alright, last Vic's now. Vic 2, over.
Last Vic, Oscar, Mike.
I don't have a micro dagger or android, so you gotta let me know when it make turns.
Copy. There's a turn coming up.
Copy.
Lead Vic, left turn. Push Vic, left turn. Last Vic, left turn.
Hope they look to the left. Aries put an arrow there. Oh, this is 3-7. We got contact to our left. Call up on convoy net. Ah, they're so slow.
Lead Vic is looking left. We don't see anything.
We just drove right through it. Disregard.
There's a lot of micromanaging going on.
This is Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7. Next time your boys don't call contact on the fucking convoy net, I'm gonna break some fucking necks over.
Roger, 7. Ooh, I almost slipped this.
Right turn coming up.
Yep.
Did Vic set that up?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Last Vic, right turn to. Lead Vic, left turn.
I try to get these Vics armed Vics turned around, facing towards the exit point.
Last Vic, left turn.
Should we give him a new Vic?
Even if we've only shot 7 rounds.
Copies.
Okay, guys, you cleared in this mountain supply.
Alright, go ahead and get the Vic turned around.
Alpha, you want to know we've only shot 7 rounds.
Yeah, just pull it up right next to the tower if you want to. It's gear set out.
In 3-3, once everyone is resupply, get them routed over here for a quick debrief of what happened.
Well done.
Then we'll mount up.
137 in the middle. And then
2 copies.
32 copies.
Once you guys are ready and all resupplied, gather for 3.
New Charlie 163.2 over.
Rally upon 37 when ready.
0556, so I'm just gonna sit in my gun.
Why am I have to fucking send everything twice? What's wrong with my radio?
that was
no.
really nice. Although in the beginning I messed up so much. I'm sorry about this.
We'll talk about it at the end of the training. Right now we gotta off the whole unit.
Roger.
Go ahead, Mike.
Are we having mid-training debrief?
That'll happen to you.
Sergeant Smith.
I can't hear you.
School circle.
Alright. I don't waste any more time, so I'm gonna go over the debrief. When you guys come up, just try to listen in. Alright, so nothing's related to the map. I'm just all saying verbally what happened, what we saw. First off, excellent job dismounting though. However, I should say, you guys pushed through the contacts. But when we got to dismount point, you guys drove right past it without pulling off and dismounting. So make sure, remember that. Check on the map. Vehicle commanders, squad leaders, or team leaders, make sure your mine drivers dismount points right here about a click out or 100 meters up ahead or whatever, so that they could pull off the side of the rail and dismount. You guys moved about a minute after I gave the order. Plus I understand how long it takes information, moving orders to cool down, so it didn't take you guys that long. It just took you guys a adequate, reasonable amount of time. When you guys got to the phase line, remember, like I told you guys, as soon as both elements are online and ready to move, make sure you communicate each other and start moving across phase line, or let me know, because I saw you guys were already ready, and I waited for that to be brought up, but I couldn't wait any more longer, so I had to ask you guys if you were ready. So make sure, remember, whenever a plan is to notify your HQ element that you're online and ready to move across phase line, make sure you let them know. You guys a while to move up, but when you guys did, you surely did move up that town very quickly than I even expected, or Sergeant Ramirez expected. So kudos to you guys as well in that portion. Make sure you guys call up contacts on ConvoyNet. There were rarely any that was brought up on ConvoyNet. If you guys hear it on PlatoonNet, then bring it up on ConvoyNet as well, because Convoy Command needs to know that as well, and every other Vic needs to know that, so they can point their turret that direction. Alright, anyone have any questions what I just said?
Let me add something, Sergeant Smith.
Yeah, I was just about to go to you. Yep. Go ahead, Sergeant Ramirez.
Those contact reports need to come up the chain quicker. Sometimes teams are not calling the contact reports, or just shooting back and not letting the whole squad what's going on. Make sure we fix that. Corporal Foster.
Thank you, Sergeant. Just to clarify the calling up their contact reports, if, for prime example, if I'm calling up a contact report and I'm just a fire team leader inside the Vic and I am not on ConvoyNet, if I call it up on PlatoonNet, is that all we need to do as far as the fire team leader, and then it'll go up from there, or did you want me to be on convoy as well?
Oh, no, you send it to your squad leader. The squad leader will send it all the way to the PlatoonNet.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Specialist McClure.
Thank you, Sergeant.
My
question was more to clarify for myself there. I was one that pushed through the dismount point.
Shouldn't these vehicles fit like 12 people? When I tried to mount up on there, I couldn't even fit in there.
Contacts, and we were in contact. What
possibly a known bug.
Okay. Well, we'll see when we mount up again. If not, then that's a pool we gotta take on Arma Vic then. Alright, thank you.
So, and
you might want to go ahead and try and see if you have the option on these.
That we have set up. You are to herringbone and dismount.
Okay, I'm gonna go and jump in here.
Yes.
Precious. Alright, just tell everybody. Thank you, Sergeant. The reasoning of the dismount. Yes, there was a dismount point marked, and you were pushing through contact. But the contact is what is engaging us. Now, lead Vic could say pushing past the dismount point, and then pushing up about a 50 to 100 meters, notifying all the vehicles. But when all the vehicles are sitting there saying, what the fuck is going on? We're passing this point. Oh my god, what's going on? Cause of confusion. So when you're in the lead Vic, and we are taking contact at our dismount point, yes, sometimes we will push past. But you have to shout that out. Pushing past. Not safe to dismount here. Pushing up about 50 meters. Then we can go ahead and go back and assault the position. But in all sense, yes, that was a good call, pushing up the vehicle, but you have to announce it. It's all, if you're communicating your intentions, you should never have a problem with anything with upstairs. That's all I ask, Sergeant.
Copy that, thank you, Sergeant. Sergeant Harmon.
Thank you, Sergeant. One quick comment. just because it was raised specifically during the last FTX, and I've already seen it happen here today. You guys gotta maintain situational awareness about what's happening, so that we don't get a call to dismount for 45 seconds, and then get the order to mount back up again. If we're dismounting so that something else can happen, make sure that thing is going to be far enough away that it's worth the effort of getting every person out of the Vic, getting us all holding security, just for 11 seconds later to be told to mount back up again. That is pointless, it is frustrating, and it was specifically addressed with this platoon during the last FTX cycle. So everyone please keep it in mind, because it is super annoying to get out of a Vic for 11 seconds to get back in a Vic again, for literally no reason. That was all I had. Thank you, Sergeant.
Thank you, Sergeant. Sergeant Lee.
Thank you, Sergeant. I just wanted to address...
Use your big boy voice, can't hear you.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you, Sergeant. I just wanted to address Sergeant Hartman's concern. The order came straight up from Havoc 3, so I didn't have any choice, and it was just waiting for 3-3 to get back to us. And then by the time they got back to us, we just dismounted it, so we got to get back up again. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant. Yeah. Okay, we got one more comment. Sergeant First Class Tosco.
It's just Sergeant. It's not Sergeant First Class. We're not in the Marines.
Copy.
Just one thing real quick. When you guys were running around in the town, I saw a lot of you guys flagging each other with your barrels. If you're going to cross the line of fire of one of your guys, either have them lower their gun or go around their barrel. Do not walk in front of their barrel, and especially don't point your barrel into someone's face. That's all I had.
Sergeant Smith. Sergeant Ramirez, did you properly teach them how to walk a Vic through a mounted environment?
Yes, we have been training on that a couple times, Sergeant.
But we haven't
Can anybody tell me how far the infantry need to be in front of the vehicle? And I don't want any senior NCO telling me this. Go ahead.
This is at least 10 meters, sir.
10 meters from who?
From the lead Vic, Sergeant.
The lead Vic to the infantry. From the last man in the infantry to the Vic should be at least 20 meters, and it should be at least 50 from the point man to the rear to the Vic. And then there should be a trailing element behind the vehicle, at least 20 to 30 meters, allowing nothing to come up its ass. Now, what I seen today in that mounted environment, that vehicle was left unattended a couple of times. Can anybody tell me what happens to vehicles when they left unattended?
They get blown up.
They get blown up in the field, and we have to then treat those people that go down, and that security element wanted to go kick some doors down. Listen, I understand sometimes it sucks babysitting these Vics, but you got to do the job and use these vehicles as a force multiplier. Don't sit there and move off like 50 meters, 100 meters down the road, and the vehicle's just sitting in place. Use it. It can literally penetrate through shit if there is no civilian consideration, but you need to keep moving with this vehicle. All right, that's all I had, Sergeant.
You guys copy that? Thank you. Sergeant Smith, you want to get the briefing done?
Copy. Does everyone remember the briefing, or do we need to go over it again?
I think we're good, Sergeant.
I think we're good.
Copy. All right. Load up into the Vics then.
3-3, you're taking the last vehicle this time.
Alright, we're taking the first Vic. Bravo, you're driving again.
Bravo.
Last Vic.
Russell, switch the team. I want Bravo to be assaulting element this time.
Say again.
I want Bravo to be the assaulting element this time. I want.
Who's the UAV operator?
I am right now. I'm trying to move it to where it's supposed to go because it didn't move for some reason.
Bravo, you will be taking point. Alpha, you will
Mitchell's in on the gun.
Havoc 3, this is 7.
X7 is 3-7.
7, this Havoc 3, this is 7. Be advised, I don't want you talking to me for the platoon. Ramirez, you are responsible for that now.
I don't hear you on the radio. I need to reset, Sergeant.
What frequency are you on? Are you on 3-1?
Everybody's mounted up.
130.1.
Nope, I'm on company net.
Havoc 30, this is 32.
Now you're jumping up on a net that you're not used to.
3-2, this is 3-7, Senate.
3-7, this is 3-2, rolling. Mike is loaded.
Roger 3-2.
It's 3-1. 3-1. Frequency 3-1 is company net.
3-7, this is 3-3, all in.
Roger 3-3.
Havoc 7, this area's on tree 1, over.
3-6 is 3-7. They're all loaded in. Let 7 know, over.
7, this area is be advised, there's no known civilian presence in the town. However, unnecessary destruction of civilian property is not encouraged, over.
All elements, this is
copy.
Area's out.
wait, actually I'll wait till he says it's 236.
Go ahead.
And if you
Okay, I was gonna wait for you to tell it to 36, but never mind.
Havoc 3, this is 7. Go ahead and relay that down to your troopers.
All elements, this is 3-7. Be advised, you are free on HE inside the town break. However, remember discretion on damaging civilian property. We don't want to let them get mad at us, over.
Remember discretion on damaging civilian
Sergeant,
property.
I got a quick question for you.
Mad at us.
Yes.
What happened to
Knowing
my...
that this is a civilian town,
it's still there.
are we supposed to use the HDs to cause damage to the area?
But Alpha Bravo, you're free to use HE inside the town, but don't overuse it.
All of us, remember, you could use your HE for the 40s. It shouldn't cause that much damage. However, for the 40 Mike, for the Mark 19, you shouldn't be using those. It causes a lot of damage, over.
3-2 copies.
Let Havoc 7 know we're all loaded in.
Actual copies.
Yes, okay.
Havoc 7, Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7. What vehicle we riding in? You need a vehicle, get on, over.
Button Ed, and if he hasn't been hearing that,
Here's if you could put a command net on here.
Gunner, make sure you're watching.
There's one right there. Stop being lazy, Sergeant Smith. Get the damn exercise in.
I thought you wanted to get a command Vic, never mind.
No, I don't want a command Vic. I just want on.
I want a gun, minute.
Aries, this is 7. Disregard that command Vic.
This is Aries, Roger, over.
Victory, requesting radio check on frequency 50.
Victory, this is Convoy Commander. I read you limit charge on frequency 50.
Victory, copies out.
Convoy Command, this is Vic 1, requesting radio check on frequency 50, over.
Vic 1, this is Convoy Commander. I read you limit charge on frequency 50, over.
Okay, 3637. The UAV should be in position. You want to let Havoc 7 know.
Break. We are Oscar Mike.
Frequency 50, over.
What? I thought Vic 1 already did a
Vic
recheck.
1, this is Convoy Commander. You already checked in. I don't know why there's multiple you on this net. I only need one voice, over.
That might have been Macmillan.
Quick on this, we are Oscar Mike.
No worries. Go for that. Should be a designated person speaking on convoy net.
Victory, Oscar Mike.
Aren't they supposed to go left?
No, we went right. Because left, it'll be harder for them to get exit out from the left hand side.
Last Vic, turning right.
Wait, Maris, are you able to put the blue marker? Because I don't know. Put a green marker up here. Tell them to take a left turn. So I don't think they know to take a left turn. Okay, copy.
Left turn.
Alright, copy. That was scary.
Last Vic, left turn.
All vehicles is Convoy Commander break. Maintain a speed of 60 kph and spacing of around 20 meters, over.
Vic 1 copy, 60 kph.
Convoy Commander out.
There we go. I'm at 60. I catch up, then you're not going at 60.
I have some serious tech issues with this shit.
What happened?
I don't know. It just kept fucking stopping. I realized what it was. It was
Me too.
My canteen. My canteen started bugging the fuck out.
Oh.
Yeah. Like
I was lagging too.
Some water in it. Put some water into it, and it doesn't want to work. You know. Won't let me sip.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, what's up?
Did we put any like roadblocks or anything on the road so they can?
I don't know. That was the Zeus Hoppers. I didn't want to know what was in the AO. I stopped. I couldn't build it because I just realized I don't want to know what's in the AO. So
Yeah.
yeah.
The same way for me, but I forgot to tell him to put something on the road.
Yeah, I was about to give him the SQF I built, but I didn't want to know everything. Should have told him to put a roadblock. I forgot all about that.
I don't know, roadblock or burning vehicle.
Yeah, that would have been a good thing, yeah, because that would have made him stop just short and dismount it or whatever. Or just see what their reaction was.
Do a wide turn, yeah.
Last Vic has eyes on something to the left about 100 meters.
Guess they brought it up now.
Last Vic, this combo command, solid copy. Let's just keep moving. If it becomes active, start engaging it. Over.
Town's about 800 meters, so that's probably a patrol.
Last Vic copies.
Oh, I just got DC. Oh, God.
Talking about it.
You're good.
Oh, DC again. Let me move the speed limiter. Let me get more further away from these guys. Uh-oh. Probably shouldn't have driven.
Commander break. Once we enter in this town, up to our left, we're going to maintain a speed of 30 kph through the mountain environment. 30 kph. Over.
Alright, I'm DCing a lot, so.
Alright, well, we're getting to the dismount point almost. Where's your drive next? Because he's having some really bad fucking knowledge.
Jeez.
God damn it, Smith. What the fuck?
Stopping.
The fuck? Left turn.
It's because I actually know there's a lot of stuff in this town. We're about to get ourselves a handshake today.
You're only lagging because they're popping out.
That's not why you're lagging, bro.
No?
Am I lagging?
No, that's not. No, you're just lagging because the fucking connection sucks.
Oh my God.
I'm looking at the server right fucking now. There's not that.
I'm gonna drive first person. Oh, I did some difference driving in first person.
Yeah, because you're not loading up the environment around you.
The herringbone right? I had wrong. Oh, I said not the herringbone left. If we see the town, but I don't see the town.
We're gonna approach the compound on the right side and dismount there.
Roger 3-2. Alright, I'm getting off the seat. Jesus Christ, I can't deal with it.
Stop. This is 3-2, you're taking fire unknown.
Alright, go ahead and
Hey, bring that up. You heard that? So I have 7 that we're taking fire from unknown location.
Nate, this is your. I'll take over if you get disconnected.
Copy.
Actually, no, Sergeant Rich is here.
No, you're supposed to communicate to Havoc 7. Tell Havoc 7 that we're taking fire. Yep, you're 3-6. From unknown direction.
Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7. What the fuck are we engaging? Over to our break. Southeast, over.
Does Rich, you want us to leave that Vic there, or?
Yeah,
Ares, I'll tell Ares to just spawn into
Copy.
us when you...
We're engaging some sporadic contact from unknown location, possibly to our southwest. 3-2, this is 3-7.
Send him 3-2.
Cheers 3-7. Did you see we're getting engaged from our southwestern side? Get those thermals scanning that hill. Alright, let's start moving. 3-3, I want you to go ahead and bound past 3-2 for about 100 more meters.
3-3 is gonna bound past.
Move at a bearing of 1-2-3, move about 100 meters. Then let 3-2 know once you're set.
Watch these hillside with my thermals.
3-3 copies.
At 3-2, I want you to go ahead and get a base of fire looking out at the direction of break. Southwest and southeast. I'll copy over.
3-2 copies, we're still taking fire alignment unknown from
Havoc
where.
7.
Hey, firm, big up.
37. This is
My thermals isn't picking up anything.
Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7.
Roger, 127.
3-2, this is 3-3, we're coming up on your pause time now.
Good copy.
Sit on, yeah, sit on 3-1, the long range 3-1.
Just hold here for now.
3-3 is going to be moving past us. We're holding tight.
7 is 3-7, sin.
Copy.
Crossing, Chris. Can I cross?
Stand by.
7, where are you?
All elements, this is Havoc 3-7. If you see contacts, go ahead and start marking them on Blueforce marker. We need to know what we see, over.
You got thermal?
Copy.
Yes, I do.
3-3 copies.
Here you go.
3-7, 3-3.
I got Vector Snorba, give me that.
Hey Jacob, you see
there you go.
116 in between the trees. Is that a guy? I think that's
on my left.
That's a guy. Rabbit. Fucking.
Who has
what's the
thermals
range
in the
on that
truck?
thing?
I got negative eyes on the target.
All right, open
Gave
you.
it to me?
Yep, it's right here on the floor, in the left. Oh, I should have put it in your backpack. Let me.
Oh,
you got it. Okay.
okay.
Right,
I'll take
control
it
turret control.
Right side of the house behind us.
So I'm sliding over right.
Hey, Mitch.
Yo, what's up?
Do you have a micro dagger with you?
No, all I have is a tablet.
Okay.
Jacob's over here. Over here. Back
Aries
over here.
is on top of the mountain, so
I
don't
need to
send
kill
him
this
that way.
fucking guy.
Copy.
I'm gonna probably give you my thermal.
Havoc 3. Havoc 3. This is 3-7. Be advised. Disregard any movement at the mountain. I say again, disregard any movement out to the mountain. Go ahead and shift your fire to the direct south. Over.
How you feel himself?
You see him, Jacobs? He's on top of that building at the distance.
Aries, this is Havoc 7. Move yourself up the mountain from the southwest.
Yeah.
They're spotting you.
Light him up, light him up.
This is 3-2. Bearing 116 southeast, marker 0747. You got a lone rifleman on top of the building. We're gonna fucking kill him.
Roger. Go ahead and do that. Engage 3-3. Have you moved up and bound past 3-2? Over.
Left to the right side of the top.
Left side, I think. Yeah, left side.
3-3 is Oscar Mike time now.
It's just a
Roger. Yep, make it happen much more quicker. Over.
No, he's shooting at us again. Watch it.
Havoc 3.
3-2 is
This is
engaging
Havoc
right
7.
foot
What the fuck are we engaging?
Negative, but sounds like it's from the east.
Havoc 3-3, what are you engaging right now?
They're engaging the squad. At Blueforce marker 0747.
Blueforce marker 0747.
How is that guy still alive?
What direction?
Hammering him.
Still got nothing from the southwest.
It's Blueforce marker 0747. Grid reference 1300. 151. Check your tablet, Ramirez or Android.
Those branches are in the way. That's
Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7. Why am I not getting communication from you?
Oh, he's still.
Havoc 3, this is 3-7. Havoc 3 is engaging 1 times marksman at grid reference break. 130151. Blueforce marker 0747. Marksman is now down. Over.
Havoc 7. Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7. Solid copying your last.
2.
Havoc 7 is 3-7 on 3-1 over.
Pause, just
3, this is 7. Send it.
Good copy. 3-3. You might want
Havoc 7 is 3-7. Blueforce marker 0746. Grid reference break. 128151 is a patrol moving northwest to southeast along that ASR. Over.
But Alpha, start moving southeast.
Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7. Solid copy. So start dispatching your guys in that direction to clear it out and take them the fuck out. You can surprise them. Over.
3-3, make sure you
Roger, Havoc 7. 3-7 out.
3-2 moving time now.
Alright, Bravo.
Copy 3-3, make sure you have we're watching them.
All elements, this is Havoc 3-7. Be advised, Blueforce marker break. 0746, grid reference 128151 is a patrol moving along the road, moving northwest to southeast. Over.
Push all the way up to the church.
3-3, this is 3-2. We're gonna push past you.
3-3 copies all.
Elements is 3-7. Let me know you copied my last transmission. Over.
3-2 copies. 07.
Little Bear, are you picking up O'Neill?
Belly, I'm covering your rear.
0746. Over.
Little Bear, are you picking up
3-2, this is Havoc 3. Make sure you move past 3-3.
3-2 is pushing past time now. Be advised, our big driver is having technical issues. Stand by.
This is Havoc 37 on 130. Be advised, new blue versus marker 0748, grid reference 1290-151 is a stationary patrol inside of a compound, over.
Say 2 copies, we'll take them.
3-2, I want you to go ahead and control the eastern side of this town. 3-3, you go ahead and take the western side of this town. Disregard LOA that is lateral, over. Havoc 7, this is 3-7.
3 copies.
Say 2 copies.
Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7, send your traffic.
Havoc 7 is Havoc 3, blue versus marker 0748 is stationary patrol on grid reference 1290-151, break.
Solid cop.
Right now, I've disregarded the LOA that is lateral. I mean, scratch that is vertical, and allowed the squad to start clearing out the whole town now, over.
Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7, solid copy in your labs, blue force marker 0748, grid ref 129151, stationary squad.
3-2, this is the 3-7 student.
Over.
Roger, Havoc 7, 3-7 out.
Go around us. Do not go on the eastern face of this hill. You gotta expose yourself. Oh, too late.
Alright, 3-3 and 3-2. I need y'all to split yourselves out. I need someone to go ahead and control the western side and someone else on the eastern side. And get that Vic off. Get that Vic off of the hill. We don't need it being seen by the enemy.
This is Havoc 3. You need to go for 3-3, I want you to move east, not go with 3-2. I need you to move east into the town. How copy? 3-3 copies.
So, yeah, I got my head stuck on the UAV. I should have moved along with the infantry.
Do not expose your vehicles anymore. Leave them behind until we get orders to move in.
Say 2 copies.
3-3 copies.
Hey, 3-6, if you want to handle the infantry movement, I'll start communicating with 3-7. I mean, Havoc 7, over.
3-3, what's your time to move east? Back on comms.
Hey, Ramirez, I'll handle speaking with Havoc 7 if you want to coordinate the movement with the platoon.
Havoc 7.
What is it? They're calling you.
Havoc 7 is 3-7 Senate.
Havoc 3 is 7. What's the status of getting that element pushed over to the east to clear out that blue force mark, over?
1081 towards the 2-story construction building.
Roger, Havoc 7. We're going to do that now, over.
I'm going to get smoke out first.
Now we don't have a medic.
3-3 is supposed to move.
Yeah.
3-3,
this is 3-7. 3-3 is 3-7. You just keep that Vic, have it in the overwatch position, covering 3-3 and 3-2. Continue moving along that ASR. I want you to stop your movement until you are online on the ASR. You get what I mean, over.
Copy, actual. Just working on it.
3-3 copies all.
Yep, do not push the ASR. Out to you. 3-2, this is 3-7. 3-2 is 3-7. I need you to start pushing back northeast and make your way towards movement marker 0748. Do not expose yourself on this southern side of this hill, over.
I informed that's what we're doing already. On it.
Good copy. Havoc 7 is 3-7.
My Bravo
3 is 7, send it.
7 is 3-7. Dispatch the element and make their way to the eastern side and clear out those 2 blue markers, over.
3 is 7, solid copy. Time to get it with the quickness, over.
You're all good?
Roger, Havoc 7, 3-7 out.
Okay, get out of here, get out of here. They don't know what
Roll
you're
back,
already. Just get out of this shit.
3-2, bring that Vic with you towards that side, your side of the town. 3-3, how you doing, over?
3-3's currently patching up.
Roger, 3-3, if you need to bring your Vic off that hill and make their way to your position, go ahead and do that now, but make sure they move with the quickness, over.
3-3 copies. 3-3, this is Havoc 3. 3-3, this is Havoc 3. Go for 3-3. 3-3, marker is clear. Solid copy.
Tell them to make sure they need to delete the marker once they cleared it out. Range on this 5 is 128. 128, 148, 128. Havoc 7 is 37 on 131 over.
7, this is 3, this is 7, send it. Three, this is 7, send it, over.
Havoc 7 is Havoc 3, 2 boost markers break 0754 and 0754 and group reference 128148 is 1 times patrol and 1 time stationary patrol over.
Solid copy, before markers off to our south. 1 time patrol, 1 time stationary patrol. We'll worry about them when we get to them, over.
Roger, Havoc 7, be advised, Havoc 3 is now pushed into the town and is now crossing that first ASR that's to the direct north, over.
3, this is 7, solid copy. Keep up the movement.
Roger, Havoc 3, 37 out. 3 and 3-2, and you guys need to space it out. Remember, you got a black line that dictates where you guys should be. I need you guys to cross each other's line, over.
3-2, this is Havoc 3. 3-2, this is Havoc 3.
Set it for 3-2.
3-2, do you have eyes on those markers to your east? Over.
What marker? Say again.
So, blue pole marker 07848 to your east.
We're already cleared it out.
Are they clear?
A-firm.
Solid copy.
All of us is 3-7. Make sure to delete markers that you cleared out, over.
3-3 copies.
3-2 copies.
Let's keep the momentum up. Keep on pushing down towards the street until you make your way to phase line 1, over.
3-3 copies.
This is 3-2, we're on platoon line 1 time now.
Good copy, that's phase line 1 up to line 1. Go ahead and hold until 3-3's online, over.
We're moving time now.
Havoc 7 is 3-7 and 131, over.
Disregard last.
7, 3, this is 7, send it.
3-2, this is 3-3.
7, this is Havoc 3. Be advised, I got one element that's now on phase line 1 on the eastern side, which is now secured. Waiting for the expressor side to be secured now, over.
Okay. 3, this is 7, solid copy. And if I see one of your Vics not being secured with a security element, I'm going to flip my shit, over.
Solid copy, Havoc 7, over.
Get back to cover. Go back.
Havoc 3, this is 3-3. I mean, Havoc 3-3, this is Havoc 3. Go for 3-3. I see RPG fire coming from southwest. Your vehicle is getting fired. Can you clear that out?
Hey. He was throwing something.
Say again for 3-3. The rig was currently taking RPG fire.
3-3, that means you get that vehicle out of the way so it won't get engaged, over.
Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7.
Havoc 7 is Havoc 3, send it.
7, 3, this is 7.
Go for
Get that Vic off that hill. Get it off that fucking hill, over.
Roger, Havoc 7, we'll deal with the quickness. Tell them to get that Vic off the hill. 3-3, this is 3-7. I need you to take that Vic off that hill. Time now. Bring it down to your position, over.
Alpha cross the road, get to the bridge.
3-3 copies.
All elements, scratch that. All elements, this is 3-7. Be advised. 3-3 and 3-2's position has been marked. That's the way you should be moving. Do not cross through the black line, over.
Yeah.
3-3 back on comms, 3-3 copies.
Archer 3, make sure 2IC is checking on you once in a while, over.
Havoc 3, this is 3-2.
3-2 is Havoc 3, send it.
Request just need permission to cross platoon line 1 over.
Negative. I need you to hold a pistol line to the southeast until 3-3's in line. Over.
We got a guy in the fucking window just below platoon line 1 that's suppressing
Copy.
the shit out of us.
Put a 40 my mic in that window.
We can't do it because he's in the corner.
Yeah, pop it. Yeah, shoot the window down.
He's behind the corner, the light there.
Oh yeah.
7.
You guys gotta stand by. You gotta wait till 3-3 gets online.
7. What is the status of getting 3-2? Let's go.
Alright,
Alright, going across phase line 1.
Right, Bravo, push to that window, clear that shit out.
What'd he say?
Working on that right now.
Alright, push the window.
3 to 7. Solid copy. Get it with the quickness.
What is that he said? Ramirez?
He said that one.
I'm just gonna frag a bit. He's out.
Right, good shit.
Havoc 7 is 3-7.
I'll watch outside, clear that building.
Going up.
Stuck on shit. Going down the middle.
7. This is 3. This is 7. Be advised, we have a possible marksman or some type of heavy rifle
near you.
All stations be advised, this is 3-7. Disregard, he is down. Disregard. Roger, Havoc 7 is Havoc 3. Be advised, we have crossed through phase line 1 now, making our way towards LOA. Over.
Black line over here.
Solid copy. Keep up the tempo, but a little fast. Over.
Almost Havoc 3, 7. Be advised, you guys do an excellent job. Keep up the tempo and move a little more faster. Over.
Bravo, keep your vehicle without me. Take you along with the southeastern side with me.
Got you back up.
Havoc 3, this is 7. Over.
7 is Havoc 3, seen it?
I'm running in front.
I am watching another Vic without a security element. Again. Over.
Whose vehicle does not have a security element?
Copy, that's Havoc 3-3.
You guys need to keep the buddy teams with them. Keep the buddy team with the vehicle. We went over this. Over.
This is 3-2. I'm with my Vic right now.
Not you, Lee. Not you.
Oh, not me.
Then who I'm talking about.
Alright, 3-3. Copy.
Y'all have ears on that?
Go for 3-3.
What is the status of that vehicle?
Currently trying to get Alpha to my pause.
Right, Alpha start moving.
Currently, Vic is about to call out that as enemy Vic. Do I hear a BMP? Also, this is 3-7. Am I hearing a BMP? Over?
That might be a fucking BMP up ahead. Watch it. I'm gonna take an AT stick from this thing.
I need to hear it. Is that a vehicle or not? Over. I don't see it on the UAV.
This is Havoc 3-2. We have audible at the same Vic. We're trying to get eyes on.
Roger. Over. Havoc 7 is 3-7.
3, this is 7. Send it.
7 this 3-7. We have audible on a BMP. We have no break that. Scratch that.
3-3. Watch it. I think.
Havoc 7. This is 3-7. We got a BMP at blue first marker 0754 on waypoint 1. Grid reference 128148. Over.
Break.
Solid copy.
This is 3-3. I got eyes on
These vehicles on the cover. I don't want them being lost. Over.
Get these Vics on break. Get these Vics on cover. You got a BMP coming down the MSR, moving towards blue first marker 0750 to your location. Havoc 3-3. Look down to the south. Over.
Pulling up this road.
I got my rocket out.
3-3 is 3-7. It's down to your south on that ASR you're on. Over.
Come on, fucking go. Get out of that corner. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
This is 3-2. That fucking BMP is just behind the wall in front of us. We're gonna try to get eyes on to get a shot at it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. Come on, bitch. There you go. Keep going. Bitch. Got him.
Catastrophic.
Let's try BMP. It's catastrophic. Yeah,
if you didn't move right after you shot,
we're coming out.
Jesus Christ. There goes my game again.
I'm set when you are.
Also building your team 2.
Right, Alpha, I want to start pushing southwest right now. Push southwest.
Was
the
Bravo.
fucking MSR.
Havoc 3. This is 7.
Copy, Alpha.
I want
to continue back to you.
Alpha, rally upon me. We're going to be moving south and west on the road that the BMP just got fucking destroyed on.
Solid copy, 134.
Aries, this is 7.
3-2, this is
7, this is Aries, send traffic over.
I'm back on comms, just lost connection.
3-3 is going to continue pushing very
7 on the western edge, there's one bunker, 5-time infantry.
Alright, 3-2. Once you approach LOA, I need you to start moving back down south. Go ahead and cross past the LOA, make your way to that second MSR over. Working on.
iPhone.
3-2, this is 3-3. We're currently engaging contacts out bearing 170 at a construction building.
Down southwest, they want you to move to take a left to it and then go towards Havoc 2 marker.
3-2, this is 3-7 over.
32.
3-2, 3-7. Look at on the map, Havoc 3-2 marker. Stay firm.
Minimal, yeah. I don't really
Alpha, take a left right here. Take a left right here. Go around.
3-3, this is 3-7.
3-3 is Havoc 3.
Havoc 7 is Havoc 3. 1-3-1.
3-7 on 3-1.
Havoc 3. Havoc 7 is Havoc 3. We're crossing LOA and moving across the street to make our way towards those blue force markers on group reference 128, 148 over.
Solid copy, we're at your discretion. Over.
Havoc 7, Havoc 3 out. 3-3, this is 3-7 on 130 over. 3-3, this is 3-7. You look at your macro dagger or your map, you should see your marker Havoc 3-3. Move along that MSR over.
3-3 copies.
Roger, elements is Havoc 3-7. Moves marker 0754 on grid reference 128, 148 is a compound along with infantry in it over.
3-3 copies.
Havoc 3, this is 3. Havoc 3-3 is 3.
Friendly coming in from the rear.
Said it.
Chris building.
Friendly coming in from the rear.
To the southwest of us, down the road. You should be able to see them behind the white smoke.
It's clear. That guy gave me a jump scare.
Where's the security element? Need at least one guy watching to the rear. Behind this Vic.
How about?
Okay.
Got it.
I think I got lucky.
Right, Bravo, push southeast along the road and then take a right.
3-6 is 3-3.
I think the mic's in the first story of the building.
Take the Vic with you.
3-3, this is 3-7. Senior traffic over.
Pass.
3-7, be advised, 1 times, Milius, technical issues.
Roger, if he gets taken out of this road, let us know. We'll get a tech insert for him over.
3-3 copies.
Havoc 3, this is 7. What the fuck is the status of moving these troops into this compound?
7 is 3-7. Waiting for the troops to get online and start pushing towards that compound now. They should be online now, over. Elements, start pushing. Both are online now.
7, this is Aries entry 1 over.
Crescent and Aries is 7.
7th Aries, be advised, the objective is clear at this time. No hostile contacts in the vicinity, over.
Alright, all elements, go ahead and move immediately towards waypoint 2. I mean, waypoint 1. I say again, move waypoint 1.
Be advised that waypoint is right behind an enemy bunker. I don't think it's clear yet. 32 is picking up on it. Time now.
Roger, don't worry about bounding.
Have them clear it.
Go ahead and start moving and clear it.
Scanning for contacts now.
Do not waste any time. I say again, do not waste the time. Start moving waypoint 1 now.
Solid copy on your last run and response to you. Over.
No problem, 7. On your discretion, training is yours, over.
Solid copy.
32 pushing time now.
Lots of corpses around this.
Act 7 is 3-7. We're now south in that compound to our direct southwest, over.
Copy that.
Bravo, go ahead.
Set 3, this is 7. Solid copy. Get your guys moving.
3-3, this is 3-2. Go ahead. I mean, 3-3, this is 3-7. Go ahead and cover 3-2 as they assault that compound, over.
Alright, this is 32. We're there already.
That's why I told 3-3 to cover you. 3-2, once that's clear, let us know.
Hey,
Bunker's empty.
Roger. Let's get these Vics on waypoint 1, facing down the road. Get ready to mount up. Over.
Boy, we're already here, man.
Sorry, Bravo.
Keep driving, keep driving. Like, we on the stay behind the vehicle.
3-2, this is 3-3. We're back, button overwatch.
I say again, get these Vics pushed up on waypoint 1. Get ready to mount up. Over.
Call the index 7-3. Aries, this is 7. We're gonna be fucking calling the debrief right here, cause this shit was bad.
Call the index once they get to waypoint 1.
Marker.
Havoc 37. Havoc 32. Our Vic is on waypoint 1. Do you want us to mount up now?
Negative. Get security out to the 12.
Actually, go and push up so the second back
Keep security. We're gonna be mounting.
Just let me know once you're in position.
Bravo, let's go ahead and
that's good. Right
move
there.
up like 10 minutes to the
rock block
on you.
So I'll copy security.
All right, all elements. This is 3-7. Index. Rally on green smoke.
Index. Rally on green.
And we still got more than this exercise. We can do it after this debrief, but the fact is they need to be talking to us regarding this shit.
We got 30 minutes left. I don't think. Oh, we got 30 minutes left. I don't know if we have enough force moving.
I'm not gonna be here for that. I
Copy.
gotta go do something.
Copy. Yeah, it's gonna take forever to get there. So.
Oh, is it not here?
Let's go. Let's go.
Condition for.
Don't go
Condition for your weapons.
Gentlemen, don't go directly
not
into the smoke. No, he said condition for your weapons. Condition for your weapons now.
Condition 4, please.
Who the hell said please on my nets?
Sorry, that was me. We say this word a lot.
Oh, okay.
Got it, are you back?
Last time I got a please was never.
I always say this word.
Copy,
condition 4.
Can we get a medic to do some medical on Sergeant Richie?
I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'm a man. Man bleed.
Copy that, Sergeant.
Alright. Lock it up, gentlemen. Alright. So, can anybody tell me what went wrong in this town?
Yes, Sergeant.
I have.
I made a mistake. I stayed in the back way too long. I did not push the vehicle with the Bravo, so that was a mistake from me. I apologize for that.
Yes, that is a one key of that situation. Gentlemen, you have to realize those Vics are a force multiplier. You want to keep them along the side of the infantry. They work hand in hand. You separate one, you literally increase the risk when walking through this area. That vehicle can see higher rises, so then you can then shift your focus a little bit. But infantry still should be looking up at the high rises in no sense. But stop making these vehicles being left behind. As you move as infantry, you move with the vehicles. Now, I guess it wasn't going over 100%, but we're going to go back to the basics on this convoy stuff, because the fact is, it's simple, but at the fact, you guys need a lot of training on it, and I don't want you guys to do this in operations and situations like that. Private McMillan, you got something?
Yeah, the second...
Yes, Sergeant.
Yes, Sergeant.
Yes, Sergeant. Thank you. The second mistake that I took responsibility of, when the BMP, or was it BTR, when he got approached to us, I did not call out to push to get the vehicle out of the road. That was another mistake for me.
All right. Thank you for owning up to your mistakes. This is why we train gentlemen to find these mistakes. But yes, once that BMP was called out, it shouldn't have took myself calling Havoc 3 to tell him to get that vehicle in cover, and then I had to jump into the driver's seat to put it in cover. That shouldn't happen, gentlemen, at all. In that situation, you should immediately, when it was sent down the net, that vehicle should go in behind a building. You know, yeah, that gun system, but that gun system is not equipped to take out a BMP. It needs to be behind cover. Some comments regarding that. Who is that? Sergeant Court.
Thank you, Sergeant. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Alright. I don't know which one of you boneheads it fucking was, but I saw someone lining up an AT-4 shot, and then they turned and fired that fucking AT at a single infantry. What the fuck? Don't do that. There were like 3 other guys right around you that could have easily had your security, but instead you chose to fire that anti-tank weapon at a single infantry and didn't even kill him. So, fucking A. Let's not do that anymore. Thank you, Sergeant.
Yes. If you guys can see this size 12 boot down here, if I ever hear that again of someone shooting one of my AT4s or Laws or Mauses or Javelin, any fucking thing at a single infantry marker that is supposed to be used for taking out heavy Vics, I will personally put it up your ass. Do not waste those on single fucking threats. They're not meant for that. That is why you have an M4. That is why you have a sword. That is why you have any type of weapon system. Not that weapon system. Alright? Alright. Other thing. As you guys, your communication amongst as squads were fucking lacking. I understand you guys are 2 ICs. You guys now need to be trained up. And this is the perfect time. We're in FTX mode. We're going to be training you guys up. Be able to communicate on all levels. But it was bad that Havoc 3 had to sit there and kind of micromanage your orders, and that's not what I do. I refuse to do that on all situations. You guys have to sit there and take the initiative. I know sometimes it's scary to make your own calls and choices on the field, but you got to do it. Because the fact is, if you don't, you'll sit there with your head in the face, and the enemy will start maneuvering on you. And as to come into another topic, the enemy did maneuver on us. A couple of buildings was not clear, and they shot us in the ass. So remember, you gotta clear buildings. If it takes forever to go through it, send it up. But as you send it up, that gets sent up to me. Allow me to know what the hell is the situation. So make sure that. You guys did really well was clearing. I didn't see any situations regarding the clearing. Buildings went in. You guys stuck to your corners. I didn't see anyone in the middle of the room. Good fucking job on that. As you guys moved down the street, you hugged your corners and you kept visual on second floors. I believe the movement, the fluid movement going down the corridors fucking was good. Going down the lanes of the roads were fucking good. So keep that up. So that means your squad leaders are sitting there teaching you guys relatively good on that. As you got to the phase line, oh my gosh, I'm going to commend for the elements stopping. Oh my god, I don't know how many times I have to preach stop at the phase lines. Now they did make a mistake and call it the platoon line, but it's okay. I love it. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put that in the world book. But it's a phase line, and yes, good job you stopped and held for elements, even though it took longer. You stopped. But in the event that you do stop and you're still taking contact, and one of the buildings has passed it, I don't mind you sitting there, moving up, trying to take out that threat so it doesn't continuously rain down on you. But in all sense, you guys did good. You guys need some work, and that is why I'm happy that we're in this FTX cycle, because we're going to retraining everything from the beginning. Sergeant Smith, Sergeant Ramirez, it's your show. I guess I've given them a deaf ear by now.
Sergeant Smith, you want to take over or you want me to do?
Oh, you go first, Sergeant Ramirez.
Thank you, Sergeant Richie. I got a few comments to do. Sergeant Richie basically covered everything, but there's one thing that I want to cover really quick. Is clearing those red dots that you see in your micro daggers. You guys got to clear it, send it up, that you guys clear it up so we can delete it, or the squad leader can delete it. If you guys leave them up, it's going to become so crowded we don't know which ones are active and which ones are not. So next time you clean a red dot, send it up, we'll delete it.
And Sergeant, one second, just to make it clear, gentlemen, he's talking about the red 4 markers. He's not talking about the red dots like you see red dots on the map. He's talking about the red 4 markers. If you clear a red 4 marker, make sure to delete it as the squad leader. That's the squad leader's discretion to do that. Continue, Sergeant Ramirez.
Other than that, I don't have anything for the whole squad. I do have a lot for 3-3, but I'll do that in private since we're running out of time. Sergeant Smith, you got anything?
Yes, thank you, Sergeant Ramirez. Overall, your guys' performance was all right. Like, I didn't see nothing crucially bad. Your movements were swift. When asked to start moving quickly, you guys did okay with that. And I don't expect you guys to do very horrible when it comes to the platoon training tomorrow, in my opinion. Just make sure you guys are quickly on comms with your higher ups, especially your squad leaders, communicating to the platoon HQ and along with team leaders, community squad leaders. And please keep the VIX protected. If you're the team that's in charge of the VIX, your overall security, like I said, is on the vehicles. You're not covering the element that's moving. I mean, the team that's moving. You have to actually watch the VIC. That means that the team that is not charged vehicle, you guys got to bound by buddy teams because you can't depend on the other team to cover you now. That's it, Sergeant Ramirez.
Copy that. Aries, you got anything?
Yes, thank you, Sergeant. So the first foremost, number one question: you guys have fun tonight? Who?
That was an easy, sucky mission.
All right. Well, beside the only note I had, other than the blatant misuse of Army anti-tank property, was when you guys are taking contact, don't just stand in the open and try and shoot back. Get to cover. Because a lot of the times when I saw you guys would get contact, you just turn and try and shoot back while your whole body is just standing out in the fucking open with your dick in the wind. So make sure you're getting to cover, protecting yourself and the men around you first, and then return fire. And that's all I got. Thank you, Sergeant. Sergeant Birdwell?
Yes, thank you, Sergeant.
Birdwell, Sergeant Birdwell, got anything?
Sorry, say again?
You got anything for the...
Yes, I do, Sergeant, thank you. One thing is, when you are clearing out, say on a street, you gotta have the stack proper. You gotta have one person looking front, the next two people looking to a variation of the side, either 45, 45, close to the rear, close to the back, or one looking at balconies, one looking towards the side. There were several times where I walked up upon people who were walking on the side of the street, and they were not looking to the side, they were all looking towards the front. And that could have led to the casualties of many people. Just make sure you keep your CQC stacking correct. That's all. Thank you, Sergeant.
Thank you. All right. Comments for the whole joint training, not the individual squads.
Actually, 1 second. See if we can get if Lieutenant Millis had anything.
Oh. Thank you, Sergeant. I guess there is just one thing that I think is really important to stress here, just because it was said multiple times tonight, as well has been the emphasis as of at least the last FTX cycle, is an important understanding of the job above you. I don't know if this is how long that emphasis necessarily will be put like company-wide, right? We probably will be continuing to evolve in our learning and continue to move onto other skills that we can keep harnessing, but it's up to us individually to remember moments like this of what your boss's job is, so that when you're out there and your boss goes down, not only can you do their job, but more importantly, let's say they're not down, if you can read their mind of what they have to get accomplished, then the team works more efficiently. That 5 seconds, 10 seconds of that order having to transmit down the chain doesn't have to happen if you react, because what we're doing here is simple math. It's 1 and 1 equals 2. There's not a lot of variables or audibles that can get thrown in there, right? We go up to we shoot at bad guys, we kill them. That's it. I mean, so if you break down what we're doing, it's not very difficult. So my point to that is that better understanding your boss's job makes this overall machine just function a lot more smoothly here, I guess. So make sure you're paying attention to that, and take that away as you move on. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Sir, one question I had.
Yes.
I thought 1 + 1 equaled 6, sir. I'm kind of special, sir.
I was just I'm just quoting somebody. I don't do math. I don't know. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Yeah. I'm just 1 + 1 = 6.
He's not a first lieutenant yet, Sergeant.
Anyone on the floor?
Supposed to be a joke on myself, but okay.
All right. Anyone else have any comments or questions? Sergeant Shasko, I forgot about you. I'm sorry.
Thank you kindly, Sergeant Smith. I got one thing for 3-3 specifically, but then who was leading the whole kit and caboodle tonight?
That'll be Private Russell.
No. Not like...
What?
Who's leading both squads tonight?
It was a mixture of Sergeant Ramirez and not, but I was doing most of it.
Okay. Just one little point towards your direction would be a violence of movement or violence of action. I know Top spouts a whole lot about getting in there, being fucking deadly and loud, and I think you guys could benefit from a bit more of that. Try to leave more to maybe your squad leads and fire team leads, especially on this last bit here. It seemed like there was already a bounding and a movement already on that, but then there were orders sent down to just not to mess everything up, but it did kind of confuse some people because they were I know 3-3 Bravo was more than halfway to the bunker, and then we were told, hey, stop, turn around, get to the rock wall, we're covering now. And it was okay. So if you see your subordinates doing what they should be doing, and there is, a bound and movement going, maybe try to just let them be free a bit more.
Yes, thanks, Sergeant Tosco, and thanks for giving me something reminding me about. All right, so squad leaders.
Hold up, one second.
Go ahead.
Sergeant, what Tosco said was very important, but that also comes down to you squad leaders and you acting squad leaders. Is if in the event that you're being ordered to do something totally different when you're doing something else, you have to resend that back up to adjust that order, because Platoon HQ only sees a spot on a tablet or Android. We don't know what all other of you 10 or the other of you 9 guys are doing within the squad. So if you're moving on an objective and Platoon HQ is telling you to do a supporting type situation, say, relay it back, hey, Havoc 3-6, I request that we adjust that order because I already have elements moving up there, and then we will readjust it. We usually never ever override a squad leader's call because you guys have a better situational picture on the floor than we do. But that's all I had. Good learning point. Thank you, Sergeant Tosco, for that comment.
And I was just about to say the same thing as Sergeant Ritchie. Yeah, it's you guys got to make sure you let us know. Hey, Havoc 3, this is 3-3 or 3-2. We're pushing it on the Sergeant Ritchie. What time is platoon training?
Platoon training is 2000.
2000. Okay, so 2000 tomorrow, guys. Darn it, 1900. All right. But you gotta let us know. You gotta let anyone know. Your platoon HQ and other squads know. Hey, we're pushing on the position of the compound, because all I saw was that you guys were behind 3-2 when I saw the marker. So I told 3-2 to move up and have you guys go up in that elevated position and cover them. So Sergeant Tosco got a good point. Make sure you guys bring that up so we can know, because all we see is just your location, not the whole squad's movement. All right, anyone else have anything else? Did I miss anyone?
Going once, twice, done. Thank you, Philly.
Thank you guys so much for filling in. You guys really make this joint training possible. And you guys will definitely get a promotion point. Because y'all make it possible.
Let's go back to 3-3 channel. Thank you, 3-2.
Push on Tosco taking this time to fill in. And everyone else as well to the mailers with too. If you guys want to set up a patrol report, y'all can. If y'all want to practice on that, it's up to y'all.
Oh, I'm having my...
I do need a tenants 3-2.
Hey, Phil, I got it.
I think it's all of us. Alright, Sergeant Lee, I guess you can lead the debrief if you add anything for the squad.
Well, we have 13 people, okay. Well, first of all, thank you for filling in. I know this training has taken quite a while, so you're free to disconnect if you've got something else you'd rather be doing.
Copy, thanks.
Right. Yeah, thank you.
Of course. See you guys later.
See ya. Right, 3, 2, 1. Alright, I guess nobody else is leaving then. Alright. Let's see. Right. First things first. I think our violence of movement could have used some more violence. I believe it was Alpha who had some technical issues at the beginning, and they couldn't really communicate properly, and it was taking quite a while for them to start moving. One thing to help you with relaying orders is that you should practice how to listen and speak at the same time. And what I mean by that is when I'm team leading and Sergeant Smith is sending orders down, by the time he's halfway through his order, I'm already transmitting that order back down to my fire team. So I'm listening and I'm speaking at the same time. So I don't have to have that delay between when Sergeant Smith ends his order and then when I begin my order to my fire team. It just takes so long, you know. You gotta be able to move, to shoot, to listen to orders and relay that order at the same time. So that's something to train on. What else? The issue with unmounting and remounting, I've already gone through, I believe. Yeah, and then there's something else I'm missing, but I don't remember it right now. Alpha, you got anything? Holden?
Nope, no. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that I did wrong, but it would be a long list, so...
Especially, how did Holden do?
Holden did alright, except for that one issue I had with not relaying orders quickly enough and not moving quickly enough.
Copy.
Oh yeah, I also had the issue of just running off on my own, but I don't even know where Grote was the entire time. I don't think he was responding on net at all. I don't know what happened there. Bravo, you got anything? Thank you for filling in, by the way, and taking the squad. I mean, fire team, Sergeant O'Neill.
Oh, no problem, sir.
Do you have anything?
No, nothing I could really point out. The only thing that I would say, Sergeant Smith, are you still here?
Yes, yes, I
the only thing I would probably point out of this entire thing was probably just keep the briefing a little bit more shorter. I mean, I understand the importance of the sandbox exercise and the immediate briefing, the school lessons, but keeping it shorter is probably much appreciated. You know, for me personally, I don't have an issue. I have nothing going on today, but I know some guys, you know, filling in, especially, they're expecting maybe to fill in for a quick, you know, hour and a half, maybe 2 hour at the most, squad training type thing, or joint exercise as you referred to it as. But I mean, I was marking times, and I was sitting at like 70, 80 minutes before we even mounted up in the first vehicle.
Yep, I know that, and like I told you guys before, the whole training was designed for more sandbox and live fire. That was the order that we were given. Sergeant Borwell, we were given an order to write up a training plan, go over everything that was in that training plan and what they want us to go over, and then if we have time left, then do a live fire. So they didn't want no quick sandbox and long live fire. They wanted more sandbox, less live fire, because they wanted to address the issues of convoy movement and YC training. But so you are correct, though, Sergeant Hill, with the long bits. And I knew it was long, and I apologize so much for holding you guys there for too long, and that's why I tried to rush through it. But I hope you guys did enjoy it a little bit.
Sergeant, if I may, the issue wasn't with the sandbox. My issue at least wasn't with the teaching part of this squad training. It was more with the briefing, because the map itself was so detailed already. You could just take a look at the map and know exactly what you were supposed to do. And it was kind of an issue as well, because when I opened up my my Android, I couldn't even see where my markers were, because the map was just so filled with stuff. And so I think what we should do for the next training is just give a very, I don't want to say vague, but very not as detailed of a plan, and just let the squad leaders and let the team leaders take the initiative to make up a plan themselves while they're in the mission, and not just have everything laid out for them in advance.
Okay.
Right. Sergeant Hartman, you got something?
Thank you, Sergeant. A couple of quick ones. I agree about the briefing. I think it's vaguely ironic to have a large discussion about taking the initiative, followed by a lengthy, detailed turn left here, turn right here, dismount here, move here, use this tree, use that tree style briefing. You know, if you want to train on using initiative, then let us use initiative. If you want to train on following directions to the T, then give directions to the T. You can't really do both at the same time. My C initially was on the topic of talking and listening at the same time. A tiny bit of advice, because this is something I've recently had to get a little bit more familiar with, transferring to Dagger. Go find an old stream from someone like Master Sergeant Avery, or even some of First Sergeant's old streams, where there's a fair bit going on. Avery's a good one because you'll have 3 active nets at the same time, and just keep a notepad and just basically just try and take notes from all 3 nets at the same time. It actually is a lot more useful than you think it is. So a quick little pro tip for anyone who wanted to try and develop that skill. That was really all I had. Everything else has been covered. I think it's vaguely ridiculous that as a SOAR I didn't even manage to get through my first belt. So, you know, Ares, we need to make sure that everyone is seeing contact. That's been an issue that's been raised in the past at a company level. But, you know, if we're going to sit in training for 2.5 hours, I want to at least have an opportunity to try and get close to using my SOAR for something, rather than kind of walking out at the end of the day, still on my first belt. But that was really all I had.
Right, thank you, Sergeant Hartman. Opening up to the floor as well. Oh, Private Holden, go ahead.
Thank you, Sergeant. I was just going to say, are you sure that's not because of my positioning of you as an AR, Sergeant Hartman?
Private, it may have been, but that's irrelevant. You know, Ares has the best seat in the house for seeing what's going on. Right. And it's one of those things that I always try and keep in mind. You know, like, quick side story, fucking my series of brawler ops, you know, if you're going to put 4 IFVs in the field, you need to keep track of what they're all doing. And sometimes that means there's one guy who's going to be in a shitty spot, but you still want him to have a good time. So it's something that needs to be considered both from at a fire team level, but it also needs to be something that's considered from an Ares standpoint. Because I know that if you get to a FTX and you give top 3 guys to shoot at all day, you're going to get bitched at, regardless of whose fault it was. So it is still something to bear in mind.
Who had the Vic, Sergeant Lee?
Roger that.
Sorry, say again?
Who had the Vic?
The Vic was Bravo with, I believe, Private Jacobs and Mitchell on the gun.
Okay, thank you.
Actually, Little Barry was on the gun. Was driver. I was gunner.
Whoops. Okay, so Jacobs on the ground.
Sorry, Sergeant.
No worries. Hey, phone. Anybody else got anything? Going once, going twice. I still don't remember what it was I was missing. So yeah, that's all I have. That's everything. Thank you everybody for filling in. Thank you for the people who showed up. That's it for a briefing. Have a good night.
Sergeant Lee, I went all left.
Sure. I'll be in Bravo if you need me.
Alright, I'm out here. You guys have fun.
Sergeant. Alright, thanks for having me, guys. See ya.
Take care. Hey, Sergeant Lee.
We're right here.
Alright. So, just want to address, I knew the briefing was long, but the memo does say, I don't want this mission where they just load in and giving a briefing of a mission you had decided whether some type of, yeah. Okay.
Because the point of this mission, I think, was to have the 2 ICs have experience, right, and be able to learn, to take initiative. And I felt like having the map just filled with stuff and having a briefing that's like 10-15 minutes long is just counteractive.
I know that, but like I said, I just had to follow orders because, you know, Sergeant Ritchie was there and he connected. And